Welcome. This is the pre-stream bit. I'm not live yet, but I will be shortly. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet, and welcome to the joy of punting. Yes, this is my stream. I will make some mistakes. That bit is absolutely going to happen. But as long as you're here along the way for these happy little mistakes, that's what I like to call punts, happy little mistakes, well, it's worth it then, isn't it? Whilst you're waiting, if you would like to click down below, I can't move my head too much because of the way this image is made, but if you'd like to click the image down below, trying to point with my nose, it's not working. But down below there's some links. You can join my Patreon via this. You can go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're really missing out on where all the action and magic happens. Oh, I guess I should explain how you can support me as well, right? So the Patreon, you can sign up for like $2 a month. It's less than a booster pack. And that allows you to be on the Discord server where you can hang out with me and other patrons and talk shit, see when I'm getting low and pissed off at Magic for losing a lot, or when I'm happy because I'm just wrecking fools because it's better to be lucky than good. All those things and more. A giant hentai, all that sort of stuff. All on the Discord. There's other tiers as well. There's a slicer tier where we talk once a week in a voice call and you get to submit decks and stuff. But have a look on there. It explains it all there. You can subscribe to me here on Twitch. On YouTube it's free. It's the best free way to subscribe and support me is to just subscribe on YouTube. So if you haven't already, please go fucking do it. But you can subscribe here on Twitch. There's a button up there. Again, talking about my arms, my hands is really weird. Do you like jazz? Jazz. Jazz! So yeah, you can subscribe with the button above my head. I'm pointing with my hand, but you can't see it. If you're on Twitch Prime, it's free. Otherwise, you can throw a few bucks into the Quazo well, and I will take some percentage of that. Hopefully a good percentage when I get partner. This is maybe not an affiliate. Hopefully, in a few months' time, we'll look back and be like, haha, remember when you said you weren't partner in that Twitch intro? Okay, I filled 3 minutes of dead time. Hang on. That might have been my hand, that might have been someone else's hand. I guess you'll just never know. Stop it. So yeah, I kind of like my intros to be about 10 minutes long. Because sometimes I take 10 minutes to get set up. I'll load up OBS and something will be broken. What else? I upload once a week to Channel Fireball's YouTube channel. The comment section are mean there. I have Dies to Removal, a podcast. Just Google Dies to Removal, check out the Tolarian Community College's YouTube channel. And me and the professor shoot the shit with regards to magic. Twitch, this is Twitch. Twitter. Twitter's good. I'm very active on Twitter. It's a good way to get hold of me, to ask me questions, to engage with me. Go follow me over there as well. Instagram's pretty good. I post pictures of my dog. Post pictures of me. I've realised my fans have been on this whole time. I hope that's not made a lot of noise. Bollocks. I guess I'll turn that off now. Fuck. But yeah, Instagram. Picture of my dog. Picture of me. Picture of food. Magic cards. It's pretty good. I enjoy Instagram. You get to make artsy-fartsy photos and stuff. Some of mine are artsy-fartsy. Some of them are... Actually, the majority of them are just like spare the moment thing. Yeah. Birds. Yeah, so jazz. I like jazz, right? Everyone like jazz? This one's more smooth jazz. Oh man, this is so itchy right now. Fuck. Thanks, Bob Ross. Yeah, just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Doo boop ba doo. Jazz. If this comes out really well, I'm going to be upset that you only see it for the first 10 minutes of a stream. 10 or so minutes. I'll probably make it only 7. 7 minutes of me fucking about. I could just like play some like an image of a seaside here now, couldn't I? Like this. And I'm back. Bob Ross with a seaside for a face is pretty weird. If you like this, can we get some capital letter hype in the chat, please? Right now. At the end of the stream, we shall be raiding someone else. Normally raiding down someone with a smaller viewership than us. To share their love. Sometimes up if we want to, you know, network. But, yeah, so we're going to raid someone. So if I say that the stream's coming to an end, or it's our last game, I'm about to go, please don't fucking log off. Stick around, okay? It hurts my pride when we raid with only like half the percentage of the people. Half the percentage? 50% of the people that were actually in here originally. It hurts my pride. So don't do that. Oh, chat rules. Be nice to one another. Don't be a dick. That's kind of it, really. Oh, there's a donation button down below. You can give bits as well if you want to support. Sharing my videos is a great way of supporting the channel. Like, if you have friends you think will enjoy my videos, fucking show them to them. Anyway, I guess with only a few more seconds to go, we should play some Magic. So welcome to PleasantKenobi's Wander Emporium, the punt shunt. That's not even a term. The joy of punting. Welcome. Welcome. This is the pre-stream. Legacy is dead! Legacy is dead! Legacy is dead! Legacy is dead! Who's ready some fucking milk then, eh? Oh look, it's me! I fucked up the whole intro bit because I did the thing where I moved it on the screen. I'll keep playing that in the background so we've got some ambience. Rob will be joining us shortly, I think. I haven't really heard from him, but I assume he will. He's loyal, like a dog. Legacy is dead, they say. Legacy is dead. And people telling you that are the people that either A, are jealous, because they don't play Legacy. That's the thing I noticed. People are funny about Legacy because of the cost of it, right? Let's be real. People are funny about the cost of Legacy, understandably and reasonably so, to some extent, because the cost of Legacy is absurd. But instead of having that frustration and pointing the finger and saying, Wizards, fucking sort it out or do something, which some people do for a while, but obviously the reserve list is not going anywhere, instead they get angry at the format and the players. So when Legacy is dead is proclaimed, you'll see people on Twitter echoing that sentiment and being like, haha, it's been dying for a while. Like some sort of like, I don't know, like the snitch character from Disney's Recess. He's like glad when other people are in trouble, right? The other people that want Legacy to die, the people that want to sell you Pioneer staples. Now, Pioneer was great and I enjoy it. But let's not forget that's probably what people are up to. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. Legacy is dead. Long live Legacy. Even if it goes the way of the dinosaur on the big event circuit, which we don't know yet. I have no inside information on this. I'm assuming there will be Legacy GPs next year. The moment I know anything about this, I'll probably make a video about this at that point. I'm assuming there is. What was I going to say? Oh, but even if it does go the way of the dinosaur, we can keep it going. We already have over 100 people here to watch some Legacy. Now, they might be here to watch me because I am handsome and I'm great and I'm so charismatic. But thank you for coming along and hanging out and watching some Legacy. Because Legacy's fucking gas. Even when we're playing a stupid deck like this. Who is in the chat? Let's get a fucking roll call on the go. Whilst I was doing my little ranty start and my really bad Thunder transition that I was going to build, but I forgot until I'd already started the stream, and I couldn't find the edit while running function on Streamlabs because they've moved the button. Because you used to be able to edit one scene while another scene was playing, so you can do behind the scenes like post-production, or I say post-production production. I can't find it anymore. So I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to like edit this on the fly, and it didn't work. Anyway, Dan the Main, hello, yes, I would like some milk, please. Thank you for the subscription. MC Mining, thank you for the subscription, Twitch Prime. And Giant Dad Shadow, the best kind of father is a large one, I've heard. Also, we also had a sub while I was... No, that was you. We had, sub 7 minutes ago from Angnitch. Angnawunch. Anyway, click the fucking follow button so you can know when I'm live in future. Who is here? We have Dark Jester. We have Plasma Parados. Brew182. Aubryon. Dark Jester says, hi, first time here. Shame I've got work in an hour. Well, don't worry. I'll keep you company until then. And then when you go to work, you'll be there doing your job, whatever it is. You might be a milkman. You might be a midwife. You're there. You pull a baby out, and the mum will be like, oh, I haven't decided on a name. And you just go, Vince. And she went, that's a beautiful name, thank you. And then you've accidentally called a child Vince. Desate Oberon, who else is here? Double 144. Sass and Class says, hi, Daddy. Hello, darling. Handsome Jules, evening slag, says Handsome Jules. The Green Robbie's here because they think this deck is garbage and it should be called Four Horsemen. And they're having a little bit of a moment in my Discord. Earthshaker Demon, trying to make a sword point diplomacy work in Pioneer. I don't even know what that card is. Foxlit117.law, Dan the Main, Commander Jinsdale, Fickle Sylph. To Paris 08 says, is it just me or does it seem like it would be better to have one Emmy in the main deck just to make it more likely to hit Dread Return and Comrade without having to shuffle? I think you've got a point. I think you've definitely got a point because having two shuffles is awkward. There was a reason we played two though. I can't remember what it was, if I'm honest with you. This is the list that I played for a video that isn't even out yet. I recorded it like 4 weeks ago. The next LOL What video. Thank you for the subscription to Griff4536 with the Twitch Prime. You're the 5th new sub today. So, I can't remember the second reason for the Emrakul. I think it might be in case it gets exiled from your hand or from the graveyard with like a Scavenging Ooze, for example. Obviously, if they're surgical, you're losing both of them. Well, then you're not, because then you keep milling till you hit the second one. Oh, was that why? That's why. If they go to surgical, you can continue to bust out Monolith Mesmerical to hit the second Emrakul to shuffle your library and save both of them. The second Emrakul also allows you to then save yourself from Scavenging Ooze. It's to save yourself from targeted graveyard removal. Play 2 so that you can find another shuffle after a surgical. Oh, Ape is on! Ape! I was explaining it! Give me chance to prove I'm not shit! Ding Dong recall the King of Legacy. Exactly. So, one thing that someone said on Twitter. Who was it said on Twitter? I want to give him a shout out because it was actually quite the astute observation. Dan Ballard, are you in the chat now? Dan Ballard, what is this? How dare you, Dan Ballard? Step up, Dan Ballard. Trying to make me lose the beard war by doctoring documents. You little shit. Dan Ballard, where are you? Step forward and face your punishment, you little shit. I'm going to milk you till you come. Hi Vince, haven't been able to catch your streams in ages, but here tonight. Hello Evil Geek. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Dan Ballard, Brew182. There you are, Brew182. You're getting called out, you little bastard. Going and snitching on me to Saffron Olive, eh? You thought I wouldn't fucking notice? Or maybe you thought I'd notice, but I wouldn't call it out on stream. Who knows? I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You know what? Fuck you, Brew182. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Very distracted there. We were looking for this good suggestion, which was from a Twitter user called... I'm going to sneeze. That's not the name of the Twitter user, that's me. Laboratory Animal at RY Jelsum said, what's the reason for wanting Trophy Mage over Tribute Mage? As Trophy Mage can only find one part of the main deck combo, which is true. So, I think this is leftover tech from before Modern Horizons that I didn't update when I built this deck, or this list. LSV says your bid is the best as kind of Brian. Yes. Yes, they do. Because they know. They fucking know. First time live, what we're doing here today. Hello, happy little Hydras. Welcome to your first ever PleasantKenobi stream. We're going to basically, what we're doing today is I'm going to shout about dicks. I'm going to try to combo with this deck. I'm going to fuck it up, and then we're going to time out. So if you want to go now, because you now... Spoilers, that's the rest of the stream, that's fine. But I will try to make it fun along the way. So, we have options here, chat. So chat, help me here. Trophy Mage finds a 3-cost artifact, so it finds a Basalt Monolith. Tribute Mage finds a 2 CMC mana artifact, which is Mesmeric. However, one of our sideboard plans... against decks that want to attack our graveyard is to either turn to Show and Tell or turn to Painter Servant, Grindstone, or both. Now, Tribute Mage can find Painter Servant, but it can't find Grindstone. Trophy Mage can't find either. So Tribute Mage just seems better, right? Can anyone in chat tell me? Can anyone in chat tell me where we might not want to do that? Creaky, I started editing balls today. I'll be finishing the edit tomorrow, and that'll be going up this week. There will be balls to be had in Modern. 2 out of 10 needs more didgeridoo. Look, this is... Look, I've got Show and Tell and Grindstone. If you squint, if you go like this, you go... It kind of looks like I'm playing didgeridoo. Especially with this border. There's a shout out to my homeboy. The legend that is didgeridoo. So you can fetch down a Vault Tower. Oh, fuck it. Okay, right, let's get rid of the Trophy Mages then. Let's play some Magic. So for those of you who don't know what this deck does, let me do a little decky woo tech. So, just a nice black tea. It's actually English breakfast tea, but without milk. But I like to call it black tea because it's almost like black coffee. Play the suboptimal option because this is PleasantKenobi, not Channel Fireball. But if you look to the... No, fuck, wrong way. If you look to my right, it's so weird to point to my right, but I'm actually talking about my left. So weird. If you look to my left, but my right, but your left, I'm sponsored by ChannelFireball.com. This stream is brought to you by ChannelFireball.com. Right then. You might feel bad when you mill the other part. Okay, let me explain the deck for your kids at home. So, this deck is playing 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, some Fetch Lands, and some Soul Lands. Okay? We'd have Cabal Therapy to attack their hand. We then have Narcomoebas, which I'm going to come back to in a moment, which are... The Narcomoebas are the 4 Horsemen. As much as this dude here looks like he's a horseman, he's but a pawn in the plans of the Eldritch Narcomoeba. Okay? These things... They have machinations that can see beyond... simple human frailty and our mortal coil. These things are the fucking 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, okay? Limdor's Vault is just another cantrip, which I'll show you guys later. It's quite a weird one. I haven't resolved one on Modo yet, because I've had it in the list, but I didn't cast it last time, I think, I played this. So... But I used to play it ADH all the time. So here we go. We have 4 Basalt Monoliths. We have 4 Mesmeric Orbs. The idea is, this is the plan. We're going to play a Mesmeric Orb. Then we're going to play Basalt Monolith. We're going to tap Basalt Monolith, then untap itself with its 3 mana, and do this over and over and over and over. Which, this doesn't draw. Oh, sorry, it's more of a top deck tutor. It basically allows you to put the card you need on top of your library for a low cost, right? It's like Vamp Tutor, if anything else, but it's like a weird version of Vamp Tutor where you have to go through your deck of 5 cards at a time and shuffle the rest. So you're going to mirror yourself over and over and over and over and over. We're just going to put 4 Narcomoebas into our graveyard, or some number of Narcomoebas in our graveyard. Now, the first thing we do with our Narcomoebas is we can recast our Cabal Therapies to rip apart their hands, if that's something we need to do. We can then also use Dread Return, which is the famous Dredge card, or Planeswalker Dredge, if you've been to this stream before, to sack 4 Narcomoebas, or 3 Narcomoebas, to flash this back. The thing we resurrect is, not Tribute Mage, Sir Conrad. The deck used to bring back Sharoom of the Hegemon, however you pronounce it. This baby here, excuse me, that's a lot of tea in my gut. Oh, is it only one U? I always spell her wrong. Oh, it is 2. I've just got the filter off. Shroom's one of my favourite commanders that I haven't played in a very long time. You used to get Shroom back, and then Shroom would bring back Blasting Station, which you then tap to sack an Archimebe to shoot them for 1, and then you'd shuffle your library back in, and you'd have to loop it. Now we put Sir Conrad into play. Then we continue to mill, we hit a couple more Archimebes, like another 1, and that pings them for 1. Then we hit Emrakul, which pings them for 1. Then Emrakul shuffles our library back in, including some Narcos, which pings them for like somewhere between 2 and 5. And then we just keep doing that loop until they're dead. At the point that Conrad is in play is deterministic. Every time we hit an Emrakul, we ping them for 1, they will die. Prior to getting Conrad in play, if we're not hard casting Conrad, if we're just milling our deck to try and get the return 3 Archimebes before we hit an Emrakul, we could be spending a lot of time doing that. This means that I may time out tonight. So when Rob gets here, he's going to have extra work by chatting to you fucking miscreants. So we're going to have some fun. I don't know. I'm going to give Rob topics. Like, Rob, tell us your top 5 Spanish dictators or something like that. Probably not that, because that's a topic that I do not want to get into. And Rob doesn't have famous or favourite dictators, by the way. He might have ones that he knows. This is not a Travis Wu stream. So, we are going to do that to get people dead. The other things this deck does is it has 4 Force of Will, which can be used alongside the Narcos and the Tribute Mages and the Ponders and the Brainstorms and the Limdor's Vaults to counter spells. And we also have Tribute Mage, which can go and find our Mesmeric Orb. And that is the deck. It's relatively straightforward. Relatively straightforward. Vince seems like a Yorkshire Gold fan. I'm not sure. Steph? What tea bags have we got in? Oh, it is Yorkshire Gold! Crusader V17! You fucking lad, that is what we've got in. Wow! That is impressive. You looked at this handsome, gorgeous bearded man, and you knew what you were doing. Talon Record gave 150 bits and said, I'm so glad to see you and the rest of chat enjoying an updated version of one of my favourite decks. I'm sick in bed today and glad for a bit of company. Seems good. Oh, welcome, Talon Record. I'm glad we can entertain you whilst you vomit and spittle and sniffle and shittle.
Another one.
And Panzer 7 is here for some Four Horsemen stream. Fuck yeah. With 20 months. Can we take a moment, chat, to get our milk out? Let's get our milk out. Let's raise a fucking glass to 20 months from
Another
Panzer.
one.
Get your fucking milk out for the lads. Right, is this going on YouTube? So Soph93, this will be going up on YouTube. I'm not sure exactly what day. I'm trying to spread my stream videos out. I've got a stream VOD going up of Pioneer from like last Friday this week and this. There'll be 2 stream VODs this week. And we'll split them up by a couple of days.
Another
then
one.
there'll be a lol what, where I explain all of this with some of the history, show the old deck list as well. That'll be going up probably next week. So there will be more Four Horsemen content. And you know what? If I think the deck's good, why not just play at GP Bologna and get fucking disqualified for slow play? Get your milk out. No one got their milk out. I got the milk out. Avak's got the milk out. Oh, that's Ranch Sauce. That's Benjamin Wheeler, Ranch Sauce. And then Robbie got a milk glass out. Well, all these subs here. No one, look, go into the emotes, kids, and you have PleasantKenobi emotes. One of them is a milk carton. Get your fucking milk carton out. Raise up a cold one for the 20 months in a row. Robert, let's call Robert. Hello, Robert? Are those bits really loud for anyone else, by the way?
Hello.
Love your content, you sexy beard, you sexy bastard, says MTG Pyro 000. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm excited to play some Four Horsemen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Had a good day, my friend?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, had a new starter today.
What,
So-
like an entree or an appetizer?
No, a new person at work has
Oh,
started.
okay, fair enough. Are you trading them? Did you hire them? Are you the big fucking boss man?
I did hire them, yes. Although, read nothing into this, not biased at all, but it is one of the guys in my D&D group. That's fun.
I'm not going to read anything into that, well. I'm sure you didn't employ them because, like, you know... Well, I guess if they piss you off, not only can you get them fired, but you can also make rocks fall and them die. So.
Yeah, I can literally kill them, so that's quite pleasant.
Top Hat Peasy, thank you as well for the 4 months, my friend. And I'm glad people started to use the emotes. Why is no one using them? Oh, it's the milk tier 2.
Yes, milk is tier 2. I don't have
Oh,
milk.
of course it is. The reason, chat, I wanted everyone to have milk, but Twitch won't give me
Milk.
partner, so I can't have multiple slots in the first tier. So everyone will have milk soon. I'm sorry, it's Twitch. We have won the die roll.
So, is this the most triggers in Legacy? Are we going to be here all night?
Yes, I've already explained to chat that I'm going to give you topics. I'm going to give you top 5 topics. I couldn't think of what time. I said top 5 Spanish dictators, but I realised that's probably a bad topic. As neither of us are really into fascism. So we'll have better topics than that. I think it's similar again. We don't want Dread Returns in our hand. We don't want Sir Comrades in our hands. So we can get rid of this.
100%. So this is... We mill ourselves out, shoot out the Mesmeric Orb, and then Comrade people do.
That's correct. Triple Cabal Therapy, no black sources.
I guess we keep this. Like, it's disruption and lands, I guess.
It's fucking terrible. But
it's still awful, yeah.
I am also anti-fascism. I'm 100% on that train, full exit. So don't worry. As much as I make the jokes about this, I'm not on that.
Bring home a gallon of milk and a trophy daddy.
Marcus High with Robbie missed it. They said, bring home a gallon of milk and a trophy daddy. Because it's a resub, the voice thing like reads it out. And just the idea of a gallon of milk being talked about by a robot is pretty funny. Right, let's get rid of this and this. And say done. This hand is awful.
Yep.
But our first 2 hands were also really bad. It turns out our first hand...
I think our opening hand was probably better.
Yes, but I shouldn't have kept it.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, right?
Do you know who else can fuck off, Paz? The Tories. There you go. If you've come here for not politics, this is not the time. We're approaching another general election, and Nigel Farage is trying his fucking hardest to be a complete dickhead in the papers.
Yeah. Wasn't he said he was gonna only run against Labour seats?
Yeah, because he knows that traditional Labour voters will not have a clue what the fuck's going on and vote for him.
Well, yeah. The other thing is that a lot of Labour voters are financially liberal, but culturally conservative. So
yes,
Thorn of Amethyst is bad.
Well, it's not that bad. It's much better than them going turn 1 Chalice, and even our 1-drop doesn't work. So they're probably Eldrazi, I'm imagining.
Yeah, feels like it.
I don't want to run any more land, I don't think.
Could use a blue spell to make this force work.
I mean, I'd rather just draw both the combo pieces and go off. But I mean, beggars cannot be choosers. Right.
So we're running the full suite of cantrips to get this force of war.
No, we're running 8. We could be running more if you add Preordain in, but we're running 4 Ponder, 4 Brainstorm.
Okay.
So our second pollutant
3
delta.
Wheels, so
we are on a very we're on the borderline. There's our blue spells. Narcomoeva's Brainstorm.
We've got we've got 2 to do as well.
And the 2 Tribute Mages and 2 copies of Limdol's Vault. What do we draw? Our opponent is waiting in our upkeep. What do we draw? What could it be?
What could it be?
Thanks for the bits, U and MTG. That is a fucking Cydia traders. What the fuck, nice. Twitch? Did you try to put a message in there? Sorry, buddy. Let's
play the Delta. Do we Cabal Therapy them?
I've got to pay mana for Cabal Therapy. I don't want to crack my Delta in case I draw a Brainstorm. So I'm actually happy to take some damage here, and we are going to Cabal Therapy them. I'm assuming they're Eldrazi. So
name TKS, I guess?
Yeah, I thought let's see. Because that's the threat that can come down next turn. And it also takes our Force of Will and gives them knowledge that we've got nothing going on. We find... Wow. Dismember, Mimic, Draws a Temple, Endbringer, Caracas, Matter Reshaper.
Alright, cool.
Okay. So the Dismember's the most depressing part of that, because it means that if we get to combo and they realise what's up, they can kill Conrad in response to like us trying to go off. We can keep going off because we can untap and tap and untap and tap. But what we can try and do is get them to tap in a way that means they're out of mana, like when they cast Endbringer. But like that's gonna be like next turn. So yeah, we aren't doing too well. This is probably a game over.
Yeah, I'm feeling you, PleasantKenobi slave.
Ooh,
hello. Maybe not.
Well, that's half a combo.
Yep. Do we run it out because they can't destroy it? And We don't want
100%.
to keep it in hand.
So
People will not see it.
the great thing is that if they do kill Conrad, and we've got the combo online,
We can just get it back again.
yes, because the deck plays 2 copies of Dread Return. Fucking Thorn.
Yeah, I knew I'd be late back, so when I saw that it
I've
was...
typed Underground Sea for no reason, chat. Don't pay attention.
Yeah, I did. I read up on the deck, so even
cool.
though I knew I'd missed the intro.
There is a lol what video coming. I've had the stuff filmed for a couple of weeks. I've just not got around to like writing up the intro and stuff.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this a couple of
Yes,
weeks ago.
I'm very excited for it because the footage is funny. I didn't want to like let the cat out of the bag prior to it, but it was one of the 3 that I wanted to play before Bologna. So
Are you going to play it in Bologna? That's the question.
probably not, because it's still like it's deterministic once Conrad is in play. Green Robbie, who's in the chat, was in my Discord getting very frustrated saying that it's still basically soft banned because of the lead up to that. The lead up to getting the Conrad on the board is still the difficult part.
Right.
So Thunderbird, my choices for Bologna are wide open. Some form of D&T or Maverick or Nick Fit or the mono blue Aeons deck, although that really betrayed me last week. I had a really hot run with it for like a couple of weeks, and then like I didn't win, almost won no games with it last week. Betrayed me on the LPL as well, where I punted the game away. It was me fucking up as well as the deck drawing badly on the stream on the Friday. There's also Mono Red Prison.
I think you should play Mono Red Prison. That deck I love that deck.
It's well positioned right now, so that's.
I think so. I think it is. Yeah.
I say well positioned. It's well positioned against part of the field. There's a lot of storm and shit. So yeah, if you look at the top of the metagame, I'm okay with this. This is fine. I'm gonna force the Endbringer to minimise the damage we take next turn.
Yeah, 100%. Also, Endbringer, draw some cards, and we're just gonna run away.
Yep, it's a ridiculous card. The Caracas in their hand is also a problem. I've just realised, but we can.
Yes, because the Conrad is legendary.
We've got a fight through a Dismember and a Caracas. Jesus Christ.
That's okay, so long as it's all on the stack, we'll be alright, right?
I should have played Delta actually, because now our Tribute Mages are worse. If we draw on a Tribute Mage, we can Tribute Mage into the spell, but now we can't. Oh, we can with a Monolith, but then that's a thought not so. I'm going to have to counter that. Oh, actually, do I?
Well, we're going to die. We're on 12.
Take 7, then we'll die next turn. Yeah, we're going to have to. But expect some more Legacy streams and Legacy videos over the next couple of weeks while I figure out the fuck I'm playing for Bologna. I think it's going to end up being Mono Blue Aeons, but I need to give it some space and then come back to it.
Yeah, it's a good day. I know you've been shafted by it, but it is. I think it's a fun.
Another one.
Right, if we draw Mesmeric Orb now, I think we can easily win through this Dismember.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go. Come on, one time, dealer. Come on. Give me the orb, bitch! Come on, Magic Shuffler! Oh,
it's nearly the orb.
No,
It
is. It's the card that I said would be good if I didn't play the land last turn. So it looks like I fucked it. So this card costs 3 this turn. Let's think about this. This costs 3. And if I had not played the land last turn, would have 6 mana. I could have gone Tribute Mage, got the orb, played it through the Thorn, but then I couldn't have cast Dread Return through the Thorn. That's the problem.
Yes, the problem right now, is you can't play the Dread Return. But you can get the Thorn and get the Narcomoebas and block.
Mm-hmm.
Dread Return next turn.
So
Play it, block, cast next turn. That's the other option, yeah.
We can play this and block.
Isn't a blocker because of Dismember. Good point.
Okay, so they're going to play the Endbringer and just kill us then. There's nothing we can do, we're dead. We can play it and they might mess up. Let's just see if they mess up.
Is it worth to give them the information?
That's such a good point. I think the information's better. They do have Dismember Pansy. Pansy? That's called Pansy. Hey, Pansy! That's my pet name for you now. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into the hope they punt line. I'd rather actually conserve the information because they might not know what's up because the stack is quite weird. And French, you are right, Rob. I think that's the better line. I think we've got a higher chance of them not having a fucking clue what's going on than them somehow like not killing. Oh, they have a walking ballista in hand as well.
We're actually playing Ramp Pirates.
They showed us their hand as well. They showed the walking ballista. Still had all these. Nice of them to give us more info. Do we show and tell some Emeralds into them?
Is it good against Eldrazi?
Well, if they put an Endbringer into play and untap and then tap our Emrakul for the rest of time, then no. It's good against everything but Endbringer. Chat,
But we do have disruption for the hands, don't we? So we can pick out the end. If we Cabal Therapy, say Endbringer, then we'll be alright. Also, they're not going to be expecting it, so...
Monolith is a red flag. No, I agree. But, like, there is still a huge amount of legacy players who still don't understand some of the stupid old decks like fucking Cheerios and Cephalid Breakfast and the Four Horsemen and shit. I mean, again, people are still saying, I think they're not catching up with us. You are correct in terms of the red flag, because this is like the only legacy deck that plays this. Nothing else plays it. So you are right, it does give away.
Or any of those decks?
Shops is a vintage deck. But the mud, which is closer to that in legacy.
Mud, that's the one, yeah.
It plays Grim Monolith.
Ah.
Because it's better with like Voltaic Key and shit.
Yeah.
Is this deck still pulling wheelies? No. Timing out, we should put up there, really. Timing out.
Vince, can you play Cephalid Breakfast, please?
Yes. On a long enough timeline, I'll play everything ever.
I like Cephalid Breakfast.
The last time I saw anyone play it was Javier Dominguez played it in the LPL, and I beat him with Oars of Pontiff, Flicker Oars of Pontiff. That's pretty good.
Nice.
It's also Sexual Breakfast. That is actually its other name. So you're okay there. I don't think we want to lose the card draw. Like,
yeah, but if they play a Chalice on one, then these cards are pretty bad.
Yeah, but we can't force if we haven't got.
If they bring in ley lines like Patterns thinks, then maybe we just cut the combo altogether.
Cut one combo for the other combo. Surely that's the right thing to do.
You know what? Let's go deep.
Painter Servant in the sideboard. Whoa!
Oh fuck. Didn't have time to sort it out because I was running out of time. We've got almost the proper combo. We should have gone straight out, like whole other combo plus Lindell's Vaults for the two combos. But I've run out of time, so we've only got half a Painter Servant combo and the whole Show and Tell combo. However, we do have choose. Because I spent too long fucking talking about Cephalid Breakfast and other shit. Okay, Force of Will.
I didn't realise it was called Four Horsemen because you have 4 combos.
Oh no. Why are we mulling so hard again? The last time we had some fucking Oblivion constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there we go.
Keep.
Fucking snap it off. Put 2 cards on the bottom of your library. Let's put
That
this on the bottom of my library. No, Monolith Ramp. So that does it.
No, it doesn't, because we still need the blue. Unless you want to ramp into Emrakul.
Draw the Soul Land. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Like, we'd be better off with the coloured mana, disrupt their hand, and then just Show and Tell.
They're gonna go turn 1 like Thorn.
Another one.
And we're never gonna have 4 mana. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, the Monolith can... But in Meteorize, if we can cast Monolith through a Thorn, we can cast Show and Tell through a Thorn.
Caracas turn 1 lose.
Yep, that is also a thing.
Scarily true. Scarily true.
So, also, we've really fucked to... Oh, no, we're not fucked to Thoughtseize anymore.
Okay.
Thought-Not-Seer, sorry. Okay, so we're not cracking this fetch anytime soon. We're going to play an island in case of Wasteland. And if they Thought-Not-Seer, we're going to brainstorm and hide both our combo pieces on top of our library.
Oh, wait, another turn.
What if we then draw both Show and Tell and Emrakul again? We're like, well, I guess they know what we're up to now.
Okay, there's the Thought-Not-Seer.
so
Right,
there's
so we
Thought-Not-Seer.
brainstorm in response.
That brainstorm was a very good top deck here.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Look at that. We got the Ponder as well. They'll take the Ponder.
They'll take the
That's
Ponder.
okay.
So we're going to go on top of library, on top of library.
Haha, we've got shit.
Can't take my gas if I ain't got none. Okay. So just don't crack that fucking scolding tarn, Vince.
Don't crack it.
I'm gonna go.
Don't crack it now either.
No.
Alright, play around the wasteland still, because otherwise we're never going to get there.
Keeping show
Keeping
might have
show
been okay.
might have been okay. No, because they would have just taken it. Like,
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going. Yeah. I mean, if they have a second thought knot seal, there's no way of us winning. Like when you mold to 5 and then get like double thought knotted, that's pretty bad. Oh, if they wasteland us Tarn to make us shuffle. Oh no!
right. Oh bugger. Are that exiles, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Well,
F.
if I were to say we got unlucky, it'd be a fucking understatement. Like, our hands have been fucking garbage so far for round 1. Like, just mulling to oblivion while I'm cracking both these lands to try and just randomly top deck one of the 3 Emrakuls.
It's like playing. It's like every time you play Sneak and Show, isn't it? Like, you either get there or you fuck.
Depends. If we're on American soil, no one seems to have any interaction, just dies. That's my experience of playing Show and Tell in.
Oh, right. So in Europe, we're intelligent, more refined, and play interaction. Americans are just stupid.
9, 13. Okay, we can take this hit and crack our fetches.
Another one.
Okay.
And then we need to top deck Emrakul and have them not attack us next turn.
Which is unlikely.
I don't know what we're even trying to do here. I'm not going to crack both my fetches. I'm going to crack one in case we draw Brainstorm so we can turn our hand into like gas.
Yeah, just keep them both up. Just like, what's the value in cracking the fetch here?
Thinning my library, Rob.
Right, deck thinning. Mm-hmm.
I want that 0.5%.
Cool.
Okay, fucking brilliant.
Man.
Play 8 cantrips, they said. It'll make your deck more consistent, they said. Well,
I think by 8
was,
they meant 12.
That was fucking awful. Right.
That was real bad. That was an absolute stomping.
Their first hand was fucking ridiculous with this member plus the Caracas and the Thorn. And then, yeah, game 2 was even worse. Right, let's win the die roll. Press yes. Keep all hand, please. Ooh, okay. Yes, let's do this. We've got one too many lands, but I mean, an orb plus a ponder is better than everything else we've seen so far. Obviously, we can play the Narco and like double Cabal Therapy if we find one. So I'm going to lead Island, and then Ponder. Basalt Monolith, there it is. So we're going to go... Do we want to draw the Monolith? I guess we do.
Yeah, we do. What are you afraid of?
Thoughtseize. Why is my motor going so slowly? It's been open for like half an hour. Sheffield Library, no. Draw the Basalt Monolith. Cool. We have the combo, kids. So next turn I can play the Basalt Monolith, play the Orb, and that gets us around count that. Oh, do we want to wait for counter magic now that we know they're blue deck? That is a question.
Another one.
I think we just run it out there, make them have it.
If they're Delver, they could have Spell Pierce, Spell Snare, Daze, or Force of Will.
Another one.
Like, we probably should play around Daze at the very least, right?
Okay.
It's a Spell Pierce. Sure. Yeah, okay. Making them have it is not how you play Legacy, Rob. I'm going to ignore that advice ever again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, they play Tarn and do nothing. Like, they're going to have... Okay, so that's a Brainstorm. So we're about to draw a second Narco. We're going to start playing Narcos and then probably get them tucked onto our library by Terminus. Our Spell Pierce means it's Delver or potentially blue-white.
blue Aeons.
No. The spell pierce suggests that there's some sort of
Temper.
interaction heavy deck. So it's Delver or blue-white.
Yeah, those days you play one drop. Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay.
Narcomoeba number 1.
Fear the Horsemen. Oh lord, they coming.
They are waiting for something. Oh, that's true. Actually, Omnitel does play spell pierce, so it could be a sneak deck. A show and tell deck. Sorry.
Oh sweet, get a free narco.
Yes, Naki. The double island does suggest that it's probably not Delver at this point. So we're now on blue, white, or Omnis show, or sneaking show. But I think they would have. Well, no, they had to ponder. Keeping a land up didn't do anything for them. They're going to show and tell an Emrakul, and then we're going to die. I mean, there's a chance that they make an Emrakul off for show and... If they show and tell Omniscience, we're fucked. If they show and tell Emrakul, we can actually untap and draw this Miracle, because... God. Oh, it's blue-white, then. Blue-white Narset. Okay, cool.
Okay.
We can attack the Narset. They found a Force of Negation. Fantastic. What are the chances they have a second blue card in that 6-card hand, chat? Okay, we're going to...
And we've got to play into it, right? We can't sit here.
No, we can draw Force of Will.
And another blue card.
No, we can hardcast Force of Will. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana here. 7 if we play a land and float 2 off the traitors. Like, just firing off another combo piece into counter magic is just going to lose us the game. If they start upticking here... No, they're going to draw. Make them have it. We're not making them have it. We know they have it.
Yeah, we know they have it.
They have a Force of Negation in hand. We know they have it.
Yeah, but we need a lot more mana if we're going to be able to resolve something and force or something.
Not really.
Like
This is 2 mana and this is Force is 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have it. We have the mana.
Oh.
If we draw Force of Will, we just float the City of Traitors mana, play a land, play them as Miracorp, hardcast our Force, and hope they haven't got Force plus Force of Negation. So Force is our best draw. Any of our cantrips are dead. Oh no, we can kill the Dazzle. Or our Resident Combat piece is pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go combat.
Getting that.
Attack Narset and attack Jace.
Okay, spread the love.
Okay, having the second Basalt was pretty good. Make them have it as Outcaste.
They have it.
I don't know why you're all like this, but just stop.
Why you like this?
They let the monolith resolve, which is
Okay, that's weird.
incredibly frustrating. It's almost like they know.
It's like they know that we've got 1 orb and 2 monoliths.
I guess they. So there's 2 arguments here. One is they can see my hand right now because they're in stream, and 2 is that they just counter the second part of the combo. That's interesting. So maybe I should have led with Mesmericorp for that reason.
No, because if the first assumption is true, it doesn't matter because they'll force that, won't they?
Yes, but we can't assume we're being ghosted.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe they don't have the blue cards as top up peasy.
I really doubt that. They got 5, 6 cards in there.
Falcon Guy 5 and everyone else in chat, right? Look at this card here. We absolutely know, categorically, one of these 6 cards is Force of Negation. So when people keep saying maybe they have the counter spell, you're either trolling me or you're a fucking idiot.
Okay, so that's 5 cards. What are the odds that it's 5 lands Terminus or 3 lands 2 Terminus?
Well, it could be like
what else is Blue White playing?
Monitoring Mentor.
Yep, and they have Brainstormed.
Terminus.
Bear in mind. So assume it's active because they have
Oh,
Brainstorm.
they could have shuffled it with the Jace and the Prismatic Vista. Maybe.
Unlikely.
I don't think they play Terminus anymore. Are you having a... Is that true? That cannot be true. Is that someone just talking complete shit, or is this something I've not heard of at all? I'm checking this now. This is important to know.
It's a trap. Play the second monolith. Then just ignore chat.
Where is blue-white? There's a blue-white deck.
Blue, white, red, mentor. Miracles is pretty dead.
I mean, here's a blue-white-red mentor deck that went 5-0, and it's got 3 copies of Terminus. I don't know. I can't imagine a blue-white control deck not playing Terminus, as it's just so good.
I can't, yeah.
Right, let's go... I think they cut Jace's too. Yes, definitely. Well...
Try the other monolith first.
But they're not going to counter the other monolith. If we assume they're playing just, like, very tightly, they're just... And they know what we're doing, they want to counter the Mesmeric Orb. So am I just being an idiot? Should I just keep doing what we were doing before? Hopefully we draw an Emrakul and we can just 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 mana, Rob. We could cast an Emrakul soon.
So play the second monolith.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay.
Okay, that resolves. Jesus, web. They must be ghosting us.
No, like I said, there's no reason.
Why would they let the
but there's no reason to counter a monolith. It doesn't do anything. The monolith doesn't do anything. Once it's in play, it does literally nothing.
Okay.
So they only want to counter the second combo piece. That's why I was saying if we'd next leveled them, you lead with a combo piece that is non-redundant, so they hold up the counter magic for the second combo piece.
Right.
So as long as they understand what's going on, if they're playing blue-white control, they probably have some understanding of it. Of the format, sorry. So yeah, they just played very, very well. And I mean, it's something I'd never considered before. We should have just led with a non-redundant combo piece because they're going to go counter the second combo piece you play. Then the next time we just play the second monolith, right?
Yeah, the trouble with Mesmeric Orb, though, is that it does work independently. So you might just get there by untapping.
Gives them Snapcaster Mage a value.
Yeah, true.
Does not shuffle.
Draw Cabal Therapy, yeah.
Did they target us with Jace there? I didn't pay enough attention. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well Jace is a +2, so we're in a pretty bad place. Right, let's just play a bit quicker, because they're going to just kill us now. Like, they've got Mortuary Mentor in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing when Jace's Fate's hitting us is that if they hit like another gas spell, so if they hit a Mesmeric Orb, for example, and then they bottom that, and then we hit something, if they keep seeing lands on top, then they just let us keep having lands. It's Astrolabe Legacy playable, incredibly so. So we just try and pray at this point. But we're not praying, like... That's like praying when you know that God is dead. Because we know they've got Force of Negation. Unless we're praying that for some reason they put Force of Negation on top of their library and shuffled it away when they know they're playing its combo decks, they've already counted with Mesmeric Orb. Like, I guess that's the prayer, right?
It's a very specific prayer.
Yeah.
I mean...
They might think it's some kind of dredge. That is true, actually, in Media Res. That is true. Maybe they disconnect. Thanks, Ape. Like, we just needed to draw in a better combination of spells. So, like, for example, them getting Force of Negation off of this put us in a position where we need to draw Force of Will, or we need to draw Cabal Therapy, and we drew neither of those. Because sometimes you can't draw the thing you need, sometimes you just lose. And that's a very element of Magic.
At least we had outs. You know, there was an opportunity there where we could have like figured it out.
If they
and
cast
got
one more spell, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead.
there. And we're dead. Cool.
Maybe they're just bad. No, they didn't counter our monolith. They held up a counter spell for the second part of the combo. That proves that they're good.
Yeah, and also they're good because they saw that they only had one more spell and kill us. And
I mean,
they counted one spell to
The
get...
other thing to point out as well, I guess, is that I don't want to try hard too much. 'Cause I
Another
know
one.
my streams are very, very casual. My videos are very, very casual. But like, if you're prepping for a GP and considering what to play, your game plan can't be, I hope my opponent is shit. That's just well, let's talk like pro strategy here. That's fucking dreadful. Like, LSV did not get to the level he is now by hoping that everyone he plays against is terrible. On the upside, LSV is also very lucky because everyone he plays against is worse than him. But that's also not very hard considering how fucking good he is. So, yeah.
Right, Spell Pierce in, I feel.
Yeah, Spell Pierce definitely comes in. And then it's whether or not we do any swapsies with the combos.
I don't think we need to worry about... I mean, none of the combos are any better against counterspell decks than any others, so...
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is slightly less mana intensive, so I guess technically it's better against Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Let's bring that in cut. A Vault.
Yeah.
Off we go. Rip is a card. Yeah, do they play Rip in their sideboards? I play so few graveyard decks that I don't even know what Blue-White's graveyard hate is. How weird is that? Don't they play Surgicals instead, or am I being an idiot?
You might be being an idiot. I know Surgical. I mean, Surgical's...
Surgical's like omnipresent in the format.
Oh, Rip
right?
and
But
Surgical. Okay, cool.
they
Great.
Rip and Surgical. Okay, well. If they rip
Well,
us, then...
folding to that.
Yeah, I mean, we've folded pretty hard already. Maybe we should have done swaps in the combo.
Yeah.
Maybe we should always be swapping on the combo. That's probably part of the deck.
Nah. This is okay.
We don't have Black Sauce, frustratingly, but yeah, this is fine. This is actually really good. Like, this goes and fetches the other part of the combo.
Exactly.
And then if we can find a black land off of this... Of course we can't, because Magic is very hard.
Well, brainstorm, I guess. Or shuffle.
Shuffle and draw!
Never do that.
Way! Our first bit of good luck! You ready for them to rip me next turn? Vince holds the common piece in hand until he dies. Fickle Sylph, you have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Just gonna throw that out there. You need to pay attention to what's going on in your opponent's hand and revealed zones. Otherwise you're gonna lose a load of magic. Okay.
Force of Will.
What do we want to kill?
Nothing.
Well, Rest in Peace is an argument
Rest
as well.
in peace.
Force of Will or Rest in Peace? Force of Will or Rest in Peace?
Another
Chat,
one.
Force of Will or Rest in Peace?
Okay, Force of Will.
I mean, we can beat a singular Force of Will. We're never beating Rip. We
Better
can
than Rip,
rebuild
then.
off of a Force of Will, but if they play Rip, we have no way of beating it other than beating them to death with a Tribute Mages of Conrad.
Rip, 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 rip. A lot of rips going on here.
Yeah, it's got to be Rest in Peace. There it is.
Somebody says, well done, chat. Good work.
Well, I mean, I did lead them down the path by explaining how we cannot beat it in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Next turn, we're going to play Tribute Mage. If they don't force it, which they may not because they want to force the combo pieces, we can then Cabal Therapy the Force of Will away.
Yeah.
And then we'll be in a nice little spot.
Nice.
Nice. And I might just end up casting this to Conrad and being like, here's a hard cast to Conrad. And then
Deal with it.
we die.
Okay.
They kind of have to force this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if anything else, it fuels the second Cabal therapy, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what it gets. It's a body.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Okay.
That is interesting.
So get
The combo piece. That's it. We have the combo in hand now.
nice.
That felt incorrect. So our opponent played very tight last round. This seems
Sketch.
not good. That said, we're going to see... Well, 2 Force Wills would suck, but if they have like an actual just hard counter spell in hand...
Well, no. Two Force Wills is fine because we take all. No.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Force Will is fine. That's what I said. Another Force Will is fine. It's if we now see like they've drawn
Another
just a
rip
counter
would
spell.
suck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they would have played it last turn. A Flooded Stand, Force Will's gone. So it's like, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so that's the hand. Cool. So next turn we're going to play the combo out and then attempt to kill them. Why not wait till next turn?
I'll be right back.
Good question. I think that would have actually been better than Chipmunk. You are right. Well, no, because then they can play Teferi and bounce our Tribute Mage and we're a turn behind on comboing. I guess. Does Teferi stop us in any way? Narset. Okay. Right, chat. No counter magic. Come on, one time. Reveal for the Narset. Wear tear.
Another one.
Okay. Now's the time. Now's the time. Rob's gone AFK at the moment that I need him. Rob,
Okay,
they've got Wear Tear in hand from the Narset. They have one unknown card in hand. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. No, we do know the card. We do know the card. So we know the hand exactly. We are now comboing.
Excellent.
So, Rob, talk
Yes.
to chat about your favourite types of biscuit. What's your top 5 biscuits, Rob?
My top 5 biscuits. That's a very, very interesting question. There are a lot of high quality biscuits that we have in here in the UK, but I've got to say my absolute top, the biscuit that I will like stop and walk across a room for is a chocolate covered hobnob. Like you can't go wrong with the
It's also
oats,
got the best name.
chocolate. It's the meatiest of biscuits
Wait, there's
in my
meat in
opinion.
it?
So number 1 with a bullet, straight up.
Okay.
Second is probably
Chat's asking some questions here, Rob. Ape wants to know dark or milk chocolate. And 420 Benji wants to know whether it would be Toma's soggy one.
milk chocolate, not soggy. Caramel digestives, very nice. But I think my number 2 would probably be one of the fancy Fox's biscuits. You know, the posh ones, that are like half covered in chocolate. Those ones are quite nice if you're, you know, a bit more upmarket. So that's probably my number 2. Number 3, classic bonbon. Can't go wrong with bonbon. Yeah,
Fucking-
chocolate bonbons. That's the one, not bonbon.
Bonbons? They're like toffee with like powder. Okay.
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Okay, we hit an Emrakul. So the combo
okay,
is
cool.
currently doing the whole time wasting thing. So we've got our first warning at Compo EL. Keep going, Rob.
Okay, cool. Then custard cream, and then classic digestive in at number 5 because you can't beat the classics. So those are my top 5.
We've progressed the board state again. I've just someone in the chat said we can hold M to go faster. I just tried it. It doesn't do anything. Narcomoeba
Okay,
number 1. There we
Another
go.
one.
Woohoo!
I will put Narco into play. There we go. We're progressing the board state.
Excellent. Not going to get banned for slow play.
So talking about biscuits, has anyone in chat lost their mind about the idea that a biscuit is a biscuit and not a fucking savoury dumpling or whatever the Americans call it?
Oh yeah. Well, biscuits and gravy in the States. That's some good clean living there. I like.
Another
I do
one.
like.
That was an Emrakul.
Do like biscuits and gravy. And when I was in Barbados, I had biscuits with KFC gravy, which was
Oof.
very.
I actually had a biscuit at KFC in the Caribbean, yeah. In Aruba.
Yeah, I had it in Barbados, an island so small they have one KFC and do home delivery, which I think somehow.
I think Aruba only has one KFC as well, but they don't do home delivery. You can also buy Guinness over there for some reason in KFC.
Oh really?
Yeah. So we've hit 2 Narcos. The annoying thing is one of our commands is in hand, so we might have to sack one of these Narcos for a Cabal therapy to put the command in the bin once we have the other Narcos. We're kind of in a very awkward spot having it in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your top 5?
Chocolate hobnob, the Fox's posh biscuits, chocolate bourbon, custard cream, and classic digestive.
I'm not a big fan of custard creams. Not a huge
I'm not a massive fan of them either, but
Steph
I don't know,
loves
they're
them. My wife is fucking
strangely
mad.
satisfying. Yeah.
All we need now is a Sir Conrad in the bin and we've won.
Yes, we have. My brother, he'll eat a whole packet of custard creams if you.
I mean, I probably could too. That's just
Exposed.
because I'm a bad person.
Just a monster. Yeah.
Let's keep going. What they're doing no longer matters.
No, it does not.
We hit it.
Can someone explain what a
hit it.
Freddo is?
We hit
a
it.
Freddo is it's a product that is an indicator of the state of the economy. Because the only thing everyone will tell you about Freddos is they weren't as cheap as they were when they were young. So that's all Freddo serves.
Pause for a second. So we've hit Emrakul, at which point we get a trigger for Emrakul going into the bin, which you put on the stack and shoot them for 1. And then Emrakul shuffles in, which takes the marker movers with her, which triggers into combat 4 more times, and we get 5 damage to the face of our opponent. Our opponent is thinking that maybe they're just going to scoop. They did scoop. They're not a horrible person. That's nice of them. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triggers on the stack for Conrad, and then we just loop that over and over and over, and our opponent dies to Sir Conrad the Grim. Now we're going to game 3 against Miracles. I think they're going to have, because of Rest in Peace, we should actually do a full fucking topsy-turvy and just switch into the other combos now.
Yeah, 100%. Because now they've seen it.
Yeah, so Freddos are actually really nice chocolate. They're Cadbury's chocolate. So if you're American and you're used to having just dog shit chocolate, well, try this on for size. Cut the Narcos as well. Are we going like proper... Because this makes their wear and tears terrible. Are we take the Mesmerics out, and then we can keep in Limdolls for the combos, and like 1 singular Narco? Oh, fucking hell. The Narcos are the Horseman talent, come on!
I mean, to be fair, it's a blue card to discard the force as well.
What I also love is chat keeps looking up Lindor's Vault because it's so weird. I will read its chat after this game so we don't time out. The funny thing is that MTG Bot is like, there's 61 cards similar to Lindor's Vault. No, there isn't, MTG Bot. There's only 1 card called Lindor's Vault. Problem is, the U has a fucking accent on it. Right.
Yes, which makes it a pain in the ass to put into anything.
Show and Tell, Brainstorm, Cabal Therapy, and 4 lands. I'm keeping it. This polluted delta can transform one of those lands into gas from the Brainstorm. We can Therapy them on turn 1 or 2 to try and hit their counter magic. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, well, you do this. My food shopping has arrived, so I'm just going to put it away.
No worries, sir. No worries.
I'll be right back.
I don't want to polluted delta now, though, because I want to use it to shuffle away a Show and Tell and something else, probably. We might want to keep a second Show and Tell to fight through counter magic. So we're gonna Cabal Therapy them on their turn of this delta. That's a good draw. Let's go Brainstorm. We found a Limdol's Vault and some land. Let's put Ancient Tomb back on top and an island back on top. Let's crack this. Get an Underground Sea. And cast Cabal Therapy.
Another one.
They're going to try and protect their hand now with a Spell Pierce, I guess. And by try, I mean succeed, of course. I don't think we fight them over that. Why Therapy now? Because I want to know what's in their hand. And then we can go digging with Lindol's next turn for mana efficiency. Oh, it doesn't dig. It doesn't dig. It doesn't put the hand. Look at top 5 cards of your library. Oh, yeah, I'd pass to them. You may choose any number of them. You may look as many times as you choose. You may pay 1 life to put those cards in the bottom of your library in any order. And look at the top 5 cards of your library. So it doesn't put the card in hand. We're still on the same opponent we are. Did keep wanking those horses, PK. Work cold and things are on fire, so I have to break for a bit. Talon Retcrow, catch you later, my friend. I thought you were ill, Talon. Fuck. Maybe we should have therapied later as well. I4HL Borg. I'm trying to be mana efficient, but I guess that didn't actually matter. Because the Lindor's Vault's not going to put something in the hand unless we top deck a 1-drop. Of Therapy was Vault next turn. But I wanted to crack my Underground Sea as well, but I guess I could have cracked that still and not gone for it. What's the TLDR on the deck? We're going to mill ourselves until our opponent is dead. That's what the TLDR is. Okay. 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 Chat. Chat. They must have a Force of Will, right? Right? Yeah, we go for it. Do we Ancient Tomb or Underground Sea? We Underground Sea. Okay. Is this going to be like an Oblivion Ring or Palace Jailer or something gross? 1-time shit permanent? I guess the Jace bounces our thing too, right? We can counter a Jace though. No land from them. So yeah, they got 2 cards in hand. 7 cards in hand, 2 lands in play. Brainstorm, sure. They just have nothing, maybe. They can't put Planeswalkers into play off of show intel, FYI, if anyone in chat wondering. So if they've got a Jace, they are too... Nope, that's it. They're dead. There you go. Game 1, we fucked it. Well, they just had a very solid draw and we got fucked. Game 2, we combo killed them with the actual Horseman combo. And Game 3, we switched into the Emrakul and got them. Boom, headshot. Cool. I'm pretty happy with that, chat. Get your fucking toots out for the hype! I wish I'd done the milk was actually lower tier. One day I'll make partner. When Twitch are like, you know what? You have 200 plus viewers every Monday night and more, and similar during the week when you do impromptu streams. Maybe, just maybe we'll let you have partner. Come on, Twitch! Be friends! So PK, now that you're not clicking, the default key for the first mana ability is W. Ah, okay. I'll try W this time round. Chivalry applied twice and been turned down twice. The second time I did actually give me some feedback. They said to try again in 2 to 3 weeks to prove that my community is still growing or something. Which is weird because regardless of growth, like that's not one of the prerequisites for partner for a start. And I don't know. I don't want to sound like a dick, or entitled or whatever, but it's kind of annoying. The Four Horsemen combo, what defines it is that it's a self-mill strategy that uses Narcomoebas and Dread returns to bring back a win condition. Traditionally, it was Sharoom plus Blasting Station. Now we're playing Sir Conrad.
I'm back.
Mulligan. We've had some real bad opening hands. This hand, on the other hand...
This looks tasty.
We're going to bottom up Assault Monolith.
Yep, and then use the Brainstorms to protect the combo if we are thought.
Well, we're brainstorming to find lands. We might just be brainstorm locked. Right, okay. Let's just... I'll brainstorm next. Yeah. You know, Twitch, what does partner get you? Partner gets me a tick next to my name. It gets me emote slots equal to the amount of subs we have. So at the moment we only have 4 or 5, but I think I'll actually have like closer to a dozen when we're partner. I'd have to double check for exactly what. It gives me a bigger share, or it allows you to discuss and negotiate a bigger share of the subscription amount you get. This is some form of turbo depths. Okay.
Another one.
Okay, so that needs to die, but we can't kill it, so...
Are they blue-green because they're playing Days?
Do you wait for a land? Or do you want to get fucked?
I'm going to
way.
brainstorm next turn simply because I want to keep these brainstorms because draw fetches. Ponder. Okay, Ponder's good because that means we're not locked. So I guess we brainstorm first.
Yes. Land.
Drawing 3 cards deep. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, nice lands as well.
Delta.
Cool.
If I get partner, I might get a Lotus Cobra emote. Asp, and then you can pretend it's you. I think this is just an off-color fetch. I'm sure they're not banned. Do we want to cast another cantrip this turn? I guess we cast the Ponder this turn?
Might as well, because they didn't... I mean, if they were going to force spike us...
Yeah, and this allows us to also... do I guess Underground Sea? No, in case they do... In case they actually... They might be like a blue-green lands variant. Like, this is weird. I'm not sure what they are, is basically what I'm getting at. Put on... Top.
Yep.
Top.
Yep.
Top.
Nice.
No shuffle.
Draw fetch
Another
land.
one.
And then we'll shuffle away those other 2.
Yeah. We need the black for therapy, but I don't want to get wastelanded as well. We don't have a therapy in hand, so open ourselves up to wastelands, then have access to a spell we might have later. Will you look to have some sort of White Robert emote once you're partnered? Yeah, maybe. Actually, yeah, why not? I'll have slots.
Only if a... Yeah, there are lots of other slots before you have to worry about.
We might have some
Me
more.
being an emote.
Have you ever played Canadian Highlander? Outcaster, there's a paper Canadian Highlander game on my YouTube channel of myself playing with John. And later this week, there'll be a Modo game of me with Benjamin Wheeler playing some Canlander. I also probably played the loosest I've ever played. I'm very tired when we film because I've been up since like 7 that morning. We were filming at like 8 at night, and I was like I overtapped for spells and all sorts of fucking nonsense. It's pretty bad. Do we run out the monolith into potential counter magic, or do we play the Mystic?
Because we can still tribute mage. We can still tribute mage if it gets countered and get it back. So
the Mesmeric Orb's easier then. Tribute against Mesmeric Orb, not the monolith.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be hours streamed? Nope. There is a prerequisite to apply for partner. I have hit that. I do more than that. The truth be told, that's probably part of it. It's probably that they want me to do more hours, because essentially I am working for the competitor and spending more hours making YouTube content than Twitch content. That's part of the reason. But make them have it. Oh, Outcast, you fuck with your make them have it.
We've already established this is not the way to play Legacy.
Top card is Emrakul. I'm going to go Misty, Brainstorm, and then maybe Customer's Miracle because we can get another one off of the Tribute Mage. Right? So that's Brainstorm. We're going to put the Emrakul back on top of our libraries. We don't want it. Nor do we want the Dread Return. Put on top of library. Put on top of library. Then we're going to crack this Misty.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go and get... Okay, they're going to Stifle. Or... They're going to Stifle? So this is some version of Delver playing Elvish Reclaimer, probably alongside Ren.
Teamer Delver?
Well, no, there. So Rug Delver is the most popular version of Delver right now, but doesn't traditionally play this. This isn't really a thing. So yeah, this is Rug Delver playing Reclaimer, and the Media Res got a point. Perhaps they are playing Oko as well, because
Respect
that's just
the
world we live in. Plain Arc. We couldn't. We got stifled. Thanks for the bits, Naki. I appreciate it.
Tarmogoyf.
It's a Tarmogoyf. So there is 6 damage on board. I'm gonna go watch Seth, who has the beard, to make them have it. Okay, cool. See you later, buddy. Thanks for being very supportive and helpful. Right, so we're drawing the Dead Return that we put back. Oh, because we didn't shuffle.
No.
Let's go ahead and cast and crack Polluted Delta.
Pray that they don't have another. Okay, they're good.
I'm going to go Basalt Monolith into Mesmeric Orb. I'm making them have it here because we're under
A lot of pressure. Yeah.
I guess we're only under a 3-turn clock currently, but there's probably a bolt. Okay, should have led with the orb. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, even with the orb, we can get through the spell pierce.
Yeah, but the orb we can replicate with the Tribute Mage. That's my point. This is redundant at the moment, but the Basalt Monolith was not. Yeah, I think that was a punt. Why don't you dedicate a second, third stream until you get back to partner and then go back to once a week? The reason is Cricket asks, but it's a very good question, is that I don't really want to get partner by forcing it through. I'm not here to pretend I'm doing something they want me to do and then not do it. I would rather get partner and work with Twitch as someone who helps me in my career and my time through them respecting me as what I do as opposed to what I could do, if that makes sense. So it's not a bad shout, but I just don't think it's really that practical. Also, don't forget that then detracts from the other things that I'm doing, like the content that I've been working on today, which is YouTube stuff, and tomorrow too.
Yeah, and it's not just about content; it's about it makes money. So you need to think about what a week's worth of basically not creating money.
Well, if we look at just a money perspective, without going too much into my finances, Twitch streaming does make me more money on the whole than YouTube does per hours put in, because YouTube ad revenue is terrible. Unless you include my Channel 5 sponsorship and the Patreon. It depends where you argue that money is. Okay, we're dead.
Okay.
We're dead. Where that money comes from. But some people subscribe to different things, right? But yeah, that's completely that's the honest output of it. But okay, so we're against Rug Delver with Reclaimer, and they had the Stifle, but they may not have ever had a Pierce. Oh, they had the Pierce, didn't they?
They did have a Pierce, yeah.
Okay.
I think, again, we're up against the blue counterspell deck, so we're not favoured. So.
I think we're okay against blue counterspells. We have Force of Will and Cabal Therapy. Like, we're not like we're not just Charbelcher, like folding to it.
Yeah, okay.
Watch out for Caracas.
We're bad, but we're not.
There'll be a
Char-
Caracas in the sideboard because like what's been happening recently with Delver and Legacy is that they've started playing crop rotation plus a Caracas in the sideboard to make the depths match up better.
Jesus.
So that's probably what the Reclaimer is. It's like
that makes sense.
it's like them morphing even further towards that. You really enjoyed the EDH and Chill video? The EDH and Chill video?
Another.
There's many. There's like 10 at this point, I think. There was like 4 or 5 solo ones, and then we moved it to a group thing, which has been 4 episodes of, I think. So if you liked it, there was more. There's been one with the last one was myself, Merrin, Rob, and Ben Wheeler playing for Halloween. Before that, it was myself.
I won.
Were you in the Throne one? It was me, you. Was it me, you, Wheeler, and Olivia?
Yes.
Yes. There was one that you weren't in. I can't remember which one it was.
Yes.
And...
No, it was the one before that. I wasn't in. I was in the last 2.
Cool. And Bo will be in more. I mean, John will be in one eventually when he fucking stops being a little shitbag.
Yeah, he only wants to play if it's uncommon. What was it?
UDH as they call it or whatever.
UDH, yeah.
Right. Do we switch the combo?
Why isn't EDH and Chill done live on Twitch? Logistics, mainly.
Well, yeah. I mean, there'll probably be like a live one eventually. I'm thinking of having a live bit in the 24-hour stream, which is coming in December.
That would be a nice proving ground for.
Yeah, exactly. Do it early on while I'm still like sane and know what the fuck's going on. I can maneuver through OBS. I guess this is better against Caracas.
Yes, very true. But do it now. Oh, forever hold your peace. Cut the Emerald Cool and the Conrads, and then the other things. Yeah.
Do you know what? Let's do it.
One Narcomoeba.
No alert was sent out that you were streaming. It's true. It's proof that Twitch are out to kill me, kids. There's something in my water. Thanks for the subs, by the way. Dajaws. Anfar Fanfar. Your name is just like that to fuck with people, isn't it? Can patrons be part of EDH Chills? That is not the plan at the moment, no. I guess, if you want to monetize things, and when people ask these questions, it proves you can. But at the moment, probably not. The thing about having patrons in content, I'm going to keep this, is that, and I said this a bit before, I use people as, you might get, if you want to be in an EDH video, I might use you as dummies to play against, but without you on mic, where I'm just talking through a normal video, would be a slow play or a meme one. The reason being... that I don't want to favouritize people. I also don't want to have to moderate what patrons do and say. Yeah. And then you end up with people like Ape. Ape was lucky enough to get into a very early stream back in the day. So he's one of the few patrons that got to be on a
But the other time, but if you want to get involved with stuff live, come and meet us at events, because Chaos Draft is a thing that we've done on more than one occasion. Stuff like that. That's a good. That's probably a better avenue if you want to sort of engage with us to play with us. Redundancy is good.
Put on top of a library. Put on top of actually, no. Put this on top of a library. We'll bottom this piece of shit and this piece of shit. And then crack this. And then ponder for an Emrakul. Ape is a cunt, says Naki. I mean, he's not wrong. We'll just bottom the Tribute Mage and find a Grindstone. That's annoying. Put on top. Put on top. Put on top.
Shuffle.
We'll draw a Ponder and a land. I'm going to say no and draw that land. Cause we've got our 3 lands for show and tell.
Yeah.
And then the Limdol's Vault.
If we land, we can Limdol's Vault for the Emrakul, can't we? And then...
Yep, and then ponder it into hand.
Yeah.
Force to protect, and then show and tell it through and be like, come on! Vince, have you done any Enchantress streams or videos? I can't remember. I got completely wrecked by Menguchi playing Enchantress in the Legacy League once. And then what? Have we played an Enchantress?
I don't think we have.
I feel like I have.
We've played a couple of the Nyx thing. What's it? Starfield decks. I'm sure we play Star. Yeah, I'm sure we have one.
Wasteland. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I've played some. I've played a lot of stuff at this point. I'm starting to lose track of it. Hey, I met Vince at Manchester LA, and the first thing I said was, "Wow, you're a lot taller than I thought." That's what every American says that I meet.
I don't understand this. I think maybe it's just because I know you. I know what you look like physically, like away from the camera. But it does surprise me that people think that you're short.
Yeah, I think it's just Americans. They think, "Oh my fucking god!" Really? The next card is a land and art thing. Do we want this? I think we want this, right?
I think we do want this. We've got to fight this.
I could have pitched a second show and tell, but it allows us to play through counter magic.
Yeah.
Cabal therapy.
Another one.
Tasty.
So we're gonna
okay, so we go. Yes. Go. No. Cabal. Dual land. Cabal therapy. Fetch land.
Yeah, in that order. So this goes top, then this goes top.
Yeah.
Then this goes top.
Yeah, we have to worry out wasteland with this way round, but.
And then this is a red herring.
Yeah.
I did. So I've done ley lines in a lol what video, and I've done ley lines in a Channel Fireball League as well. Have I played in the well, I won some games with that. I think Stifle. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I think Stifle the Embercore Annihilator trigger.
Shit.
Do we think they got Daze or Spell Pierce or anything? I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. I would say Spell Pierce.
Veil of Summer.
Wow.
That card is fucking dumb. Like, I genuinely believe it was a mistake. Like,
It's
really
amazing what adding draw a card does to a card, isn't it?
Well, Rob, this is...
That effect has been everywhere.
The joke is, though, Rob, this is Cryptic Command.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a 1-mana Cryptic Command. It's absurd. Like, and the fact that you got printed in the same couple of blocks as Oko, Nissa, fucking Once Upon a Time. It's like, are you having a giraffe? Like, what has white had before?
The best colour in Magic.
Why do they hate white, chat?
If anything, after blue, white is the next permission colour. Like,
oh, we
white
know they've
should
got
have-
a stifle, don't they? Don't we?
Yes,
Oh! Ah!
Another one.
We're just in the end step.
Yeah. White has no identity in modern Magic. Interesting proposal.
So we're going to take 4 here. Gah! That's me being pained by how this is going, Rob.
It sounds like it. You're in pain.
I always hated playing its Delver with most decks unless I was playing D&T, and nowadays Delver has like 4 copies of Ren in the 6, so even playing with D&T against it sucks.
Oh god.
I fucking hate Ren in 6. We haven't even cast one yet. They're probably about to cast one now and wasteland us, and then it's game over. But I do fucking hate that card.
Get in.
White in the Legacy Cube should be perfectly fine. Like, it's a perfectly fine colour combo in unpowered cube. Colour combo? Collar. Go
Good.
on. I assume
Parallax
you've got...
Wave.
I'm assuming they've got Stifle, they've got Daze, I'm assuming they've got all. Like,
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Force Will. It's got that Oko.
Because here we need a Force and we need an Emrakul, and we're dead next turn, so we don't really have anything to do. Is this a Pyroblast? Yeah. Okay, sure. When I cast Brainstorms, chat, I find lands. When other people cast Brainstorms, they hit all the interactive spells. Okay, we can...
Disappointing.
I love the way this was meant to be a testing stream for Bologna, and I put 2 serious considerations and then this, and this won the poll. Fuck's sake. What a frustrating life I lead. I'm here to make you all entertain like some sort of dancing fucking monkey. Am I just a beard to you? Is that all it is? Have you played Legacy Goblins? I played quite a bit of Legacy Goblins for a while. Yeah, I loved it.
Legacy Goblins is rad. Love that deck.
Mulga Catcher Stompy is my consideration for CFP video this week. For fuck's sake, Modo!
That is not a hand. That's a foot. That's what that is. That's a foot.
It's a fucking... It's the sweaty patch behind your knee. Okay, here we go. This
Okay, that's
is
better.
the combo.
This is pretty redundant combo here.
This is the combo.
Okay, so
I might just go for it on turn 2, Rob, because we've mulliganed already.
we might as well. Fuck it. Like, just go for it. Leave with the Academy Ruins.
Now I'm going to
Hopefully.
lead with City Traders to play the Mesmeric on turn 1, float the mana on turn 2, and go for it.
Love it.
Please fetch a non-blue land and tap out, and not for a Thoughtseize. Not for a Thougtseize! Oh. Okay.
Right,
Okay.
here we go.
So we could just lose to Abrupt Decay. Or we could play this properly.
Nah.
Rob has decided we must make them have it.
They wouldn't have kept an Abrupt Decay. They would have kept a nice combo-y hand like we did.
Watch them go like end of step Force of Vigor. And you're like, what? We do have to consider Force of Vigor in the post-board discussion with this deck, though. I assume this is Turbo Deaths.
Yeah, I'm...
Guy's Cradle.
Guy's
Is
good.
this Elves with Reclaim? Is this
Maverick?
Is this like Elf Depths? Or yeah, it could be Maverick. That is definitely cool. Chat, place your bets now. Gaia's Cradle, Misty, Bayou, Elvish Reclaimer. What is our opponent doing? Depths Elves is a thing. Oh, of course it fucking is. Oh. It's fun that every single stream every Monday night, Rob, will have Pioneer bands to discuss.
That's exciting.
Unless they come out late because they have a long lunch again, like last time. Did you see that?
Yeah, those bloody what's employees.
Yeah, they're like, oh, the fajitas.
I know Monday's a hard day to get through, but you know, have a normal lunch at the very least.
Have you seen the Garth Marenghi's Dark Place episode when they're queuing for the chicken? And there's a really long queue. Fuck, I'm gonna find that clip and post it to Twitter later. That is the Watsy lunch. It's a bit late though, isn't it? It's a bit late. Yeah, okay. Everyone's just saying green black elves. I should have asked people to guess after we'd listed out the things that we thought it was, because everyone was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, elves, yeah." Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is a fucking great show, and if you've never seen it,
and if you like the comedy that Vince likes to put out, you'll like
yes.
Dark Marenghi's Dark
If you've
Place.
never
It's
seen
very much
Garth
in the
Marenghi's Dark
same
Place,
wheelhouse.
go and watch. There's a video by a YouTuber called the Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Well, no, the Cosmonaut Variety Show. Oh, the Cosmonaut Variety something. And he talks about Halloween, why it's the best show, like literally one of the best comedy shows of all time. And this YouTube, here's a fun fact that got me really excited. So I just I was watching a video of his the other day, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to follow him and his friend that does the videos with him. And I clicked through to Twitter, and he already followed me. So I was like, that's weird. So I DM'd him. And I was like, weird question. I've been watching your YouTube channel for like 2 or 3 years. I noticed you follow me. Is it a mistake? And he's like, no, I play a bit of Magic, and I watch like You the Professor. And I was like, sweet, so good, because he's like got like 500,000 subs or something. It's like way bigger than I am. So that was fucking sick. That was so good. Okay, they're dead. Oh, this is what I want in life, to actually combo.
Exactly. All we want to do is play against crappy creature decks, so we can do shit like this.
Okay, goodbye, City of Traitors. We hardly knew you.
But we didn't need you anyway.
Right, Rob, what is your top
Yes.
5 comedy shows of all time? Go.
Oh wow. Top 5 comedy shows of all time. Okay. Okay. Controversial number one pick, and the reason for it is a lot of it is to do with my own kind of like my personal history, my like just my association with it. But number one is probably got to be The Simpsons.
Look, that's not that controversial. Like, doesn't everyone know that The Simpsons was good at some point?
Another
right?
one.
Everyone says The Simpsons is crap, and there's always been a time where
No,
everyone.
no, it's gotten worse. Is the argument?
Yeah,
It's
everyone
not
says that.
gotten
I think even now that it is as good as it has always been.
Okay.
It's always relevant.
That's controversial because people will often consider The Simpsons just to be bad now, right?
Yeah, it's I still think it still makes me laugh, and I can still quote it verbatim. So Simpsons definitely number one. Number two, Only Fools and Horses, because
But I haven't watched Only Fools. Like most British people, I grew up with Only Fools and Horses as a big part of my life, right?
yes.
But is it? I don't want to actually know any more because I've hit and recall that and put that into the library. Has it aged well? Because like Friends, for example, is the worst.
There's not a lot of racism in Only Fools and Horses because it's set in Peckham. So it's an integrated, like culturally diverse town area in London anyway. So yeah.
Can I hit the Narcos after the Emerald trigger? How does that work?
You're holding priority, aren't you? So
Yeah.
and yeah, you stack them appropriately.
Oh,
so that's number two.
Bollocks! Thought I was being clever. Okay, let's hit the third
Second
Narco and then pass the Emerald triggers.
Number three, Spaced.
Spaced
Like,
is
I think
good.
of all the Simon Pegg things,
I think I'm going to go back and watch Spaced,
Spaced is
before
right
the
up
year is out. Because it's fucking good.
it's so good. Like, yeah, even
My
now,
favourite character
yeah,
in
very
Space, I think, and I haven't watched Space for a very long time, is the artist.
good. Brian, yeah,
Yeah, because he's also he's in like
Mark Heap, yeah, he's
in
so
Smack
funny.
the Pony. He's in
Yep. He's in Green Wing,
Brass Eye.
Brass Eye, yeah.
Like-
So which leads me nicely on to my 4 and 5, which is Brass Eye and The Day Today, because they're just so good, just so good. Like, I know I saw Mitchell and Webb look monopolized, said that I really liked the Mitchell and Webb look, but that was a little bit later in my comedy exploration. Or yeah,
I also think
it came
Mitchell.
later.
I think Mitchell and Webb look isn't actually like completely solid. I think some of the sketches are just a bit fall flat. I love
Some of it is a bit clunky. Like I think the Fast Show is better than and Smack the Pony, both better than Mitchell and Webb, and Mitchell and Webb is very much cut from the same cloth. So
I've hardly seen any Futurama. I've only seen like the first season back when it first came out, like on Channel 4.
I love Futurama, but I don't love it as weirdly. I don't love it for its comedy. I love it for its sci-fi aspect and its.
Well, yeah, but that's one of the great things about the show, right?
Like, yeah, so like I don't consider it like when you said favorite comedy shows, like Futurama didn't even enter my brain. So, but
Because
yeah,
the
whereas
professor
is
also
right.
loves he loves old Simpsons, and we've talked a lot about Futurama when I've been over there. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
planning to go back and watch a lot of Futurama. There's a lot of things I want to rewatch though. I kind of want to rewatch Star Trek a lot because I watched a lot of it as a kid.
Oh yeah, I started rewatching Next Generation actually.
But how can we find the time to watch? Like, I want to watch Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, then Voyager. That's the ones I want to watch.
Yeah,
Not
how have you
consider
got
the
time
old
to watch
series.
it? The show's like 45 minutes long.
Maybe I used to
Like-
watch that new Netflix at 1.5 speed and just watch Star Trek Next Generation at 1.5 speed.
Picard being fired into your face. Like,
Oh, thank you for the sub, the DAC. Welcome, my friend.
Deep Space
It's been a
Nine
good
is-
year,
I've
I
been
think, thanks to the
watching-
golden content. Don't ever stop being a funny prick. Thanks, Jafar. I don't know why your message has been read out yet. It will get read out by the bottom. of it. There we go. It's coming.
There we go.
There's a message coming now.
Deep Space Nine is excellent. I thoroughly
So,
enjoyed it.
so as a kid, I didn't really appreciate Deep Space Nine, and my dad was very anti Deep Space Nine. So my dad's a massive fan of the original series, Next Gen, and my mum, my dad, and me were really into Voyager as well. Oh, I've hit Driverton. Oh no. Hang on,
You need
let's pop
Conrad.
it out. There he is.
There we go.
So, so I, as much as I didn't mind Deep Space Nine, we didn't watch the reruns of it and stuff. And my dad even now says, "Oh, I don't like it. It's all politics and nonsense," and just doesn't like it. You know, like a miserable old man. But I watched some stuff. I've been watching like some compilation bits here and there when I'm looking for clips for videos. And I was watching like some of the stuff that Cisco's done, like where he commits a war crime at one point and then no one bats an eyelid. Our opponent has scooped. They've seen the loop and they've scooped.
Nice.
I think. Yes, okay, big inside.
So, Kirk, Picard, Janeway. What, is this a snog, marry, avoid situation?
I'm really, really, really biased in loving Voyager so much because it was the one that I watched like throughout its season when it was on in telly, like every week with my parents and stuff.
Yeah,
So
and when you get to watch it like week on week, and and live the cliffhangers through, and have to wait to the next episode, like that's an era of television that you don't really get anymore.
But Voyager
and
didn't
that
have as
really
much, or like Star Trek doesn't really have a lot of that sort of stuff going on. Like Voyager had a little bit, and Deep Space Nine had it a lot. But like Next Gen was like, there's no cliffhangers in Next Gen.
Oh yeah, Next Generation is it's the X-Files Monster of the Week style of TV. But I think the later episodes of I remember the later series of Voyager. There were a lot of two-parters and a lot of a lot of cliffhangers, and it was I remember like waiting for the next episode on tenterhooks, being like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, well, Voyager got to that like about halfway through, right?
Yeah.
Like, it became more like that as time went on, and they started having the Borg and the Time War and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so it's like Patrick Stewart and Janeway are at the top for me. Cisco I don't really know enough of because I never watched enough at the time. Kirk, I respect like what Kirk is for Star Trek, but I don't really... He's like, yeah, it's alright. And then I hated Enterprise as a kid. I saw some Enterprise recently and thought it was actually better than I remembered it being. But I think what's happened is I've watched Star Trek Discovery, which is not Star Trek.
Everything's just better by comparison.
Exactly. So Star Trek Discovery is so unbelievably fucking trash. Like, that show is... I'm sorry if anyone in chat likes it. Everyone likes their own different stuff. But Star Trek Discovery, in my opinion, is fucking absolute unadulterated garbage. It's one of the worst reboots or remakes or like...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's the thing. I completely agree. It gets everything wrong about a reboot. It's the Battle for Zendikar of Star Trek. Like, it takes all the things, like, it doesn't, like, it took all the wrong things and put shone a light on those things and not the things that we actually wanted.
Is Scott Bakula the guy from Quantum Leap? Fungaru's asking, is Enterprise equal Scott Bakula? Is Scott Bakula the guy from Quantum Leap? The main guy from Quantum Leap?
Not sure.
Robert, you not aware of Quantum Leap?
Yes, I'm aware of Quantum Leap.
But you know the main guy in Quantum Leap?
I mean, I haven't seen Quantum Leap in forever, so...
Interesting, okay. And the chat are telling me it is, yeah. Okay, I didn't know his name until this moment. I love the Always Sunny episode where they think they're in Quantum Leap. And then they meet the guy from Quantum Leap, who ends up being a janitor for a care home. That episode of Always Sunny is very funny. I'm going to keep this and just try and turn to and record them. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Discovery was shit. And I agree in every fucking possible way that it's just the worst thing.
Elves.
Well, it's the same deck. We know it is.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I was really into thinking about Star Trek.
Yeah, we know it's elves. And next time I'm going to make an Emrakul. But, yeah, so Discovery's trash. And I saw a couple of episodes of Enterprise. Like, this is just Star Trek. Like, this is, like... They had some, like, big talk about, like, war criminals and whether they deserve to live. And there's, like, a point to the episode. And then even then the special effects have aged. Oh, no. That's not what we wanted. I'd go as far as to say that's exactly the opposite of what we wanted.
Yep. I mean, we got a lot of fast mana. I mean, we'll get there. If you like space, then listen to Radio Drama Sofa
If you
of
like
Time.
space,
Is one
then
of the
listen
best.
to Radio
Also,
Drama Sofa of Time is one of the starring
sorry.
Nick.
I can't do.
I know you can't. And now I don't even know what they said. Okay, we have to reread it now. If you like Space, listen to Radio Dramas. Sofa of Time is one of the best, also starring Nick Frost and Mark Keep from Spaced. Is that before or after Spaced?
I remember. Yeah, it rings a bell. I've not. I'm rewatching Star Trek Next Generation, the first series, and I must say the special effects in that show.
Yeah. So a lot of Next Gen has aged quite badly. I think when you watch like some of the Voyager now and some of Deep Space Nine and some of Enterprise, I guess they're all different decades and shit, right? But a lot of these things actually, the Deep Space, Voyager, and Next Gen, didn't they all run parallel at one point or another? Wasn't there a point where they were all on at the same time?
I think so. Like in
back
in
end
reruns and stuff.
Oh, in reruns, okay. But yeah, so I think Next Gen's aged badly. But I watched like bits of Enterprise and a bit of Deep Space Nine, and I was like, apart from I don't know, like some of the textures and stuff on aliens and shit look bad, but like when the ships were in outer space, it looks functional. But perhaps I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses still. Easy to forget that TNG started in 1997. Yes, TNG is pretty fucking old.
Yeah, it's really really old. And the one that the episode of Next Generation that I always remember is the Best of Both Worlds, the one where Picard becomes a Borg.
The cutest of Borg, yeah, that fucking.
Yeah.
But I love the Borg, but the Borg I've been beaten around the head with the Borg for the last 20 years by everything Star Trek to the point that now I just roll my eyes.
See, that's the thing with the movies and Voyager's got so much Borg in it.
Like I love like the Borg and Voyager. I love First Contact as a movie. I think that movie is fucking borderline. It's borderline perfect. It's not a great Star Trek movie, but as a standalone movie that even someone who doesn't like Star Trek could enjoy, that film is fucking great.
Yes, I remember.
But are you aware of what Discovery are doing to the Borg now, Rob?
No.
Okay, so let's talk about the Borg for a second. So in Enterprise...
Oh, wait, first of all, before you go and spoil it, I must admit, that bit in Voyager where the Borg cube becomes a Borg sphere, mind-blowing. Just a simple change, and you're just like,
that's in First Contact.
Is that in First Contact?
Yeah, at the Battle of Worf, they blow up the cube with like the whole like Federation armada there, and they like hold them back. And they're getting ruined, aren't they? Oh, no, they're not. They actually, the cube is winning, and then Picard rocks up and is like, I was told to stay away, but I won't. And then he's like, he like tells them all to do this certain maneuver that doesn't make any sense, but he knows, right? Because he was once the cube as a Borg. The maneuver and where they attack works, and they damage and blow up the cube. And out of the cube comes the orb, the sphere.
Yeah.
And then the sphere heads towards Earth, and then goes backwards in time. And they're like, we better follow it. And that's that. I love First Contact. That movie's so good. So the Borg, right? In Enterprise, they did an interesting thing. Timer, I think we've lost this match. Actually, Timer's a good point for Lexit. But I want to talk about this because I really like this. So, obviously, they go back in time in First Contact, right? And also, chat, we're going to talk about spoilers for First Contact, Voyager, Enterprise, and for the new Star Trek Discovery. 3 of those are really old, and the 4th one is so shit you should be watching it anyway. Okay. Anyway. So, let's play Snarky even past turn. So, in Enterprise at one point, Rob, they find some of the remnants of the like Borg that like fell out of the sphere as it blew up over the orbit of the Earth on the North Pole.
Okay.
And in that episode, if I remember correctly, I remember this from like 10 years ago or whatever, maybe 15 years ago. Those Borg send signals off into like the like through deep space using technology they build on Earth when they get like thawed out and shit, which supposedly sends like prototype information and data and shit to the Borg of that time period, which then in theory gives them the tech to then come towards us. That's why the Borg in First Contact were coming towards Earth. Does that make sense?
It's never explained why.
Other than the hatred of Picard and all that sort of shit. So that's all kind of cool, but again, more retconning like some stuff. There's also like I think the fan theories all differ because like in one episode of Next Gen when is it Next Gen or Voyager, they like talk to some alien race or some alien that they unborgify, and he's like, "Oh, my people were enslaved thousands of years ago when the Borg were kind of close to not as close to what they are now," and it's just that the Borg have been doing what they've been doing for like thousands of years, so they're almost like an ancient civilization. But then.
That was in Voyager because that's when you remember there was the race that was wiping out the Borg. And
that species 8472.
Yeah, and the Borg started doing what they were doing in order
space.
to try and beat them.
Yes,
because the idea being that a collective could defeat like that the one race. Yeah,
we have lost this match. Let's go game 2. But then I think the Enterprise episode suggests that the messages and the blueprints they send off to the Borg at that time is what like creates their like adventure to become what they become. Almost like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But that means that the Borg have only been doing the assimilation thing for like 100 years. Or whatever the Enterprise to First Contact time period is. It's like 100 years at most, maybe 200 years, if that.
Yeah, which is, here we go, time travel problems.
Yeah, so they basically fuck up the original storylines of these other episodes by claiming that. However, what Discovery does is there is... is it ComSec? Or like the Federation FBI or whatever, the CIA?
Oh, no, don't tell me they created the Borg.
Yeah, so what happens is there's an AI that goes rogue. I only watched a video about this, I haven't seen the episode. But I saw like a YouTube algorithm was like, Vince likes Star Trek and the Borg, and here's an episode that was called like, How Discovery Fucked Up the Borg. And I was like, YouTube knows me! It knows I'm going to watch that! Fuck! So I watched it, And so basically, they're putting this thing is that these nanomachines that are being used as part of an AI ability to enhance a human body to make it stronger and faster and make them into these super secret agent things. It goes rogue, goes evil, and then there's a scene where it gets injected in the back of the neck of this villainous character, becomes the super villain of the show for a little while, and the CGI showing the things grabbing the blood cells and taking control of his body is basically like letter for letter the assimilation of someone in the earlier Star Treks. So basically, they're suggesting that the stuff in Discovery is that. But hang on, is Discovery later? No, Discovery's earlier because Spock's in it. They've got Spock in it now. They've been playing with someone with a beard. Spock's got a beard in this show for some fucking reason. And the main character is Spock's stepsister. But he never had a stepsister.
Well, yeah, because he's half.
But the main
Vulcan,
character,
half human,
the main character of this show of Discovery is a Vulcan. And I believe, I mean, anyone in chat who's watched this can correct me, is a Vulcan who's part of Starfleet, but predating Spock's joining Starfleet or some shit. And their name is Michael, even though they're a girl, which is fine. But there's this really clumsy line where they explain that. Where they're like, oh, what is it? That's it. So the idea is in the future that gendered names, I guess, don't really matter anymore. Cool. That makes sense, right? Eventually we will...
Star Trek universe. Yeah,
we'll shrug that shit off eventually. But in the show, this girl walks into the room and goes, oh, I've never met a woman called Michael before. I'm like, no! If you live in this future, the Federation... Fuck!
You don't make that statement.
Is Michael human? Oh, so right. Michael is human, is Spock's stepsister, but grew up with... Oh, I don't fucking know. You think they're going off the timeline of the Abrams movies? I don't think they are. I think this is a third timeline. So we've got Abrams movies, we've got original, and then we've got this fucking mess. I'm going to keep this in case they have thoughtsies. So the whole Abrams movies thing being an alternate timeline thing I can just about let go. But this is like just another one. Also, this is prior to original series, yet the ship can fly faster than any other ship in Star Trek canon because of a fungal drive that uses like some sort of alien mushrooms as a thing. Yeah.
Fungal drive.
Which again, I would probably be like, okay, sure.
They got slime foot in their engine room.
Maybe. Like, not literally sister, she's adopted. I said stepsister. Okay, adopted sister is different to stepsister. Technically. Wait, is that the same? But yeah, people... okay, Astox is saying, honestly, the Orville is closer to modern Star Trek these days than Discovery is. Discovery is a fucking garbage fire. Apparently that's the thing I've seen a lot of YouTubers saying as well, is that the Orville is genuinely getting quite good. No thoughtsies, one time! One time! Just play an elf! Just play an elf! Just play an elf! Chat, put your hands in the air, it's a fucking roller coaster! No thoughtsies, one time!
Good.
I should have kept blue up for the brainstorm! Oh, yes! Oh! Fuck me. One time, no force of vigor, right? Oh, woo! Because obviously the mistake there, Rob, would have been that I could have brainstormed to protect myself. But who needs to protect themselves when you've got... Go and hit a narco for value. Go on. No, we hit driver turn. Okay, whatever. This is a soul land. Let's go... Doesn't matter which land we go for, really. Right then. But the thing is, I don't really give a shit about the fungal drive thing, chat and Rob. It's more that it's all the stuff like the old series doesn't matter. It's like the first contact with the Ferengi was Picard when he met them and had the whips, and they met when that planet looks terrible in the original Next Gen.
Yeah, and they never thought they'd bring them back ever again. And then Deep Space Nine, they were like, let's put them in.
They brought them back. That's fine because obviously as the Federation expands out into space, they're going to meet them again. It's when you go back to Enterprise, and it just turns out Captain Archer met them 15 or 40 years before Picard did. And you're like, for fuck's sake, really?
Yeah, because everything's got to be tied back to its original old school. They can't possibly think of new aliens or new races that...
And and also Discovery is obsessed with the Klingon War. It's like, it's 100 years in the... it's 100 years after the Klingon War ended, but it's like 10 years before Next Gen the original series starts. And here's some Klingons. There's a war. It's all to do with the... It's like, again, just do something new, you fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for alien races to be like, do you know what? We've encountered you in Enterprise era, and now we want nothing to do with the Federation, and they fuck off, which is why they're not in the Next Generation or the later shows. Like, there's a lot of space. You know, there's a lot of aliens. You
But
know,
the-
you
but the
can do
Ferengi-
stuff that they never meet
but-
again. They can do stuff in the
Of course they can, and they did that. Like Voyager did that quite well with even before they went to the Gamma Quadrant or wherever they went. Even then, like people.
Yeah,
on the
they
ship
started in the Delta Quadrant.
But they did. But even then, like they still had like the Marquee and stuff like that, which was like, again like a thing that was new, right? They weren't retreading a lot of ground. But the Ferengis in Deep Space Nine are fucking awesome though. Like they're used as a decent science fiction device to explore things like matriarchal and patriarchal societies and
Yes.
capitalism because obviously they're a good comparison to the Federation, right? Because the Federation have forgone the ills of capitalism, where the Ferengi are like acquire. So like,
Yeah, and that allows them to do. Yeah, like they have their own way of exploring and interacting with other races and things like that.
that said, there is an alien in Discovery so there are some promising bits. The science officer, I think it is, who you meet in the first couple of episodes, who is very wary of Michael. He is an alien who traditionally, he says, like they evolved from a species that had a very high flight mechanism in nature. So like when they're having a disagreement, like all is like is like his head scales are like standing on end and stuff, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I may seem incredibly agitated, but it's just my physiology. This is just what we do. Please ignore it." And he's like freaking out. It's pretty cool. He's the best thing about the first couple of episodes, and it just falls apart. Oh yeah, and then like, but we're saying this about new stuff, but they could explore other stuff, right? Like I'd rather that we had Discovery came back. It was based after Voyager, after Deep Space Nine, and they were talking about the founders and the shapeshifters like Odo and shit. I'd rather that than another fucking Klingon war. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Odo stuff was really cool because he was always like this, like just a bastard. And then when you found out where he comes from and like his relationship to his own race, like it becomes this really interesting, well-rounded character. And to be fair, I mean a lot of the characters in Deep Space Nine do that, but yeah, I think the Odo's one was particularly fascinating. And at least for me, because at the time I was just like, oh, he's just a bastard. You know, because you kind of get more entrenched.
So all the Bajor religion stuff. So I think the religion stuff was very early in Deep Space Nine. I think it's what my dad's very anti-religion. He's very negative about people having a faith, mainly because he just doesn't have one. He's typical old miserable Englishman. But yeah, there's a lot of religious shit in the early. I don't mean shit, but it's a lot of religion. Well, some people do argue it's a bit clunky. Where about like Cisco becoming the prophet and all that sort of stuff, right? That's all early Deep Space Nine. The later Deep Space Nine is more concerned with like a Cold War and all sorts of crazy shit going on. Like I hate to go back and watch Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, and the way the space station feels very much like a frontier settlement. Like
Yes.
you know, like it is literally in the
that's
middle.
the thing. You know, we talking about like don't reuse the same shit, right? Deep Space Nine, which I like, someone cleared up in chat earlier. It started towards the end of Next Gen, and then Next Gen finished, and Voyager started somewhere around Deep Space Nine's innings, right? That's what happened. Because then what we had, you had.
Oh yeah, because there's a bit with the wormholes, isn't there? Where they in Deep Space Nine, there's a bit of a crossover episode with with Voyager. Yes, I remember that.
But also Worf and O'Brien obviously end up working on Deep Space Nine, and staying there.
Yeah.
And then I think Picard visits sometimes as well, because I think the Enterprise is still out and about doing its thing during Deep Space Nine, although we don't see it. I think.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think that's
and then
right,
him
yeah.
whole retiring is after.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Romulans are present in they have the similar timeline across both shows.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, but the frontier thing you said, it's true, because in Deep Space Nine, you've got all this stuff that you just don't, because they're on the edge of like known space of the Federation, as it were, and there's obviously, so you've got like the Bajorans and the Romulans to an extent, and the Cardassians definitely. The Cardassians are hugely a part of that and stuff, and Cardassians and like Bajorans are hardly even touched upon in Next Gen, right?
So it's on the boundary between the Federation's jurisdiction and other alien jurisdictions.
Yes, because it's like it's an old Cardassian space station.
Kardashian, that's it.
No, not Cardassians, not the Kardashians, the Cardassians, the ones with the ridges around the eyes and stuff. I'm gonna take a piss. We are 2-2, chat. We could go 3-2 with this deck. It's funny because when King Kardashian that came out, all I could think of was the Cardassians from Star Trek. And now, because I haven't watched Star Trek for years, but now I'm recently wanting to get back into it. Probably because I talked about it with Brian all the time, get all nostalgic for being a kid and watching it. Now I'm like, fuck, I think of the Kardashians first before I think of the Cardassians. So yeah. Right, I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I'm back in like a few seconds, chat. And Rob,
Okay.
BRB.
Alrighty. Okay, he's gone away. We've been talking a lot about Star Trek. That's
Oh shit! I'm really sorry, Rob. I'd muted you and not me.
oh wow, fantastic.
So you were chatting to chat, and all they could hear of me was pissing.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I
Wow, wow, wow.
I'm so sorry, Rob. I'm so sorry.
I was chatting away. People even ask me questions. See, some of them know that it's AMA time.
Look, people
Another
are asking
one.
questions and everything, and then like a couple people were like, we can hear Vince pissing.
Oh,
Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad I didn't go in the other
Okay.
room and slag you all off. Let's talk about how beautiful my dog was to my wife and went for a piss. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Rob. That was a
That's
complete
okay.
accident. I
No
came back, I was
worries.
like, the wrong bar is moving. Oh.
Oh. So yeah, I was engaged. I was with you guys, and you weren't with
Another
me. That was sad. You'll never know what my favourite Star Trek episode was.
Tell us what your favourite Star Trek episode is.
It's too late for that now, Vince.
No, but I want to know. I wasn't here for it. Chat wasn't either, but I wasn't either.
One of the questions was favourite Q episode, and
Oh, I fucking love Q so much.
Q is excellent. My favourite one though is the first one where he gives Riker magical powers.
Is that in the first one? I thought the first.
That's
Q
in the
episode-
first season, yeah. The first meet
Isn't
Q, and he...
isn't like Q in the first couple of episodes?
yes, he is.
It's so weird. Like I think I rewatched the first season of Next Gen. Maybe was it when I first moved into this house? Maybe about 3 years ago. And I was surprised at how early Q was in the show because Q is
Yeah.
quite a weird thing, right?
Me too, yeah. But it's interesting though because it was clearly like Q came in and then Q doesn't appear again for like 4 or 5 seasons and then comes back. So it was clear that there was like an interesting like let's see if this works, and then maybe they took the show in a different direction, less magical, more political.
But also, Q was the person who introduced the show and the Borg, right? Like,
Yes.
oh, hang on, was it a baby or not a baby? Was it a young girl Q that started Next? No, it's the who started Voyager? Who caused Voyager to do the whole? Was it the caretaker?
Oh man, I can't remember. That's pushing my knowledge there.
Something drags Voyager into the other thing. It's by some like sort of Q like.
Yeah, because they think it's experimental warp drive, and that's what the intro sequence tells you every time on Voyager. But then it turns out it's not.
No. The caretaker.
Well, they
was
get
seen
to
straight
well.
away. No. This whatever pulls them out though is this like spiritual almost being thing, and it's like I'm sure it's shown in the first episode.
Yeah, but in the opening sequence of Voyager, they say about there was an accident, and that's how they end up in Delta Quadrant, and now they have to do what things to get home.
But maybe the accident introduced them to this thing because they meet them later on. They like eventually meet the thing that caused like caretaker array is a wave that takes Voyager, and the array is controlled by these caretaker characters that are like more benevolent versions of Q, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, just a bit of a hole in my knowledge there.
But talking about
Another
Q, go back to Q again. Because someone said, "Who's Q?" Q is just the letter Q.
Yeah.
There's a bit I remember the bit in Deep Space Nine when he meets Cisco and Cisco punches him. He's like, Picard never hit me. And Cisco's like, I'm not Picard. And you're like, fuck it out.
Fuck Picard.
Yeah, fuck Batman. Pretty sure Q is from James Bond. Ape, never say those words again. Shut your fucking whore mouth. Not that I hate James Bond. I'm just saying that was a shit joke. Yeah, there is a young girl Q in either Voyager or Next Gen, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I fucking love a bit of Q. Thanks for the sub, Smash Face Games. The shubber. They milled a scolding turn. All my jokes are shit though. Sorry, Ape.
Another
Rob,
one.
are you alive still?
Yes, I'm
Just a
still
second.
alive.
Sorry, you went very, very quiet. So I was like, "Fuck, has he
Yeah,
died?"
sorry, I was horrified by Ape's terrible joke telling.
A shubbery.
Rubbery.
Can we just draw Mesmeric? The thing. That'd be nice. Oh fuck. Shit the bed. Okay.
It's okay. We got Academy runes. Be okay.
We're gonna Limdol's Vault at the end of their turn to
Academy runes.
draw. Oh god. Because someone said shrubbery, people are saying knee.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Ah. I do like Monty Python. I've watched a bit of it recently, and I'm like, I don't know. Like in large doses, it's not as good.
Yeah, it's better as pithy short stuff. The radio stuff was always the best because it ended after 10 minutes.
Like, have you watched the movie and now something completely different? Have you seen it?
I have seen it, but I haven't seen it for.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for quite a
maybe
while, but it's just a giant sketch show that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Which I guess is cool in many ways. But...
Yeah, it is, and the meaning of life is very similar. You know, it's just a giant sketch show.
I haven't. Oh no, Meaning of Life I saw when I was at secondary school. I don't think I've ever seen Life of Brian in its entirety. That's the one.
Life of Brian is bizarre and strange and good. Again, it's good in parts, but not in whole. Whereas Monty Python and the Holy Grail is excellent from start to finish. Like it's by far the best one.
Interesting. I thought people thought the other way around. But again, I don't really have much of an opinion because I've never seen
that's just me.
Days.
Oh, yeah, we want this to stay.
It's one of our Narcanibas down. Right. We want to find none of this. We just have to pay life. And if I pay life, I put them... you may pay one life each time, put them at the bottom. So we say yes.
Any order? We need to put them on the bottom first, and then we resolve the one life bit.
I always thought they were randomised, but obviously not.
Any
Oh, because you shuffle afterwards. So just any order, yeah.
Yeah, still literally doesn't matter.
And then we're going to go pay life again. And put them in any order.
Any order.
Okay, land.
Okay, that looks good.
Assault Monolith. Oh, pay life, no. So we're going to go...
No, put in any order.
So we're going to put Ponder.
Just bottom first. Yeah, bottom first.
Yes, we're going to Ponder, Brainstorm. No. Mesmeric, we don't want it. Then Ponder. Then Brainstorm.
Then land.
Oh.
Oh, wait, we need the land. Ah.
Yeah, we do, but we're not going to crack the Delta.
Right.
We're going to untap, draw the Delta, play it, and then play an Archimedes.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget about the Orb. No! Why didn't I read chat first? Fuck.
Brew 182, you had us there.
Fuck! I should have...
Panzer as well, Panzer, thank you.
Fuck! I could have put the Orb and the other Mesmeric Orb. Oh, some ways I wish I'd fucking fucked it up. Like, more than that.
You hadn't fucked it up.
I wish I'd put them back the wrong way and be like, oh no, I fucked it. Oh, bollocks. Well, shit. Guess I better start blocking then.
Magic is hard. Well, at least we can brainstorm and try and pull out a couple of cards we need.
Well, if we brainstorm into both Soul Land and a Monolith, and they don't have count magic, we're all good. Oh, magic is very hard, chat. Thank you for the Fs. I respect and appreciate your respect and appreciation. Oh my god, I think we had them as well if we hadn't fucked that up.
Oh my days.
Well, I don't think I've ever cast him does what on this deck yet. Thank you for introducing us to Mare and Moon from your last EDH and Chill. Love for content. That's good. I'm really glad to hear that. That's what I want to hear is people, are we dead?
Probably.
So this dies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're not dead.
Okay.
But I want people to find other content from this. This is the magic content I subscribe for. Oh, Marcus. I'm glad you're enjoying me fucking it up.
And Boltus again.
I think our opponent just got a free win when I think we had him.
Yeah.
I did it all right, apart from the orb. So which was your favourite episode? Rob.
Oh, my favourite, The Next Generation.
No, I'm talking about Stargate. No, I'm talking about Next Generation.
My favourite Next Generation episode is the one that is before First Contact. So First Contact is the feature-length episode.
No, First Contact is the movie.
Okay, so there's a feature-length Borg episode, and there's an episode before that, which I think is called Best of Both Worlds.
Best of Both Worlds is the two-parter.
Yeah, okay, so the episode before Best of Both Worlds, that episode, my favourite episode, because it's when they
Best of
first
Both
encountered them.
Worlds. No, that's not the episode. Oh,
No, maybe it is the Best of Both Worlds.
Best of
Can't
Both
remember.
Worlds.
I had it on VHS. That's how much I like.
So the Best of Both Worlds is the one where Picard is stuck as a Borg at the end of the episode. The first one. And then they get him back in the second one with like extreme technology. The episode before, apparently, according to Wiki, is Transfigurations, which has nothing to do with the Borg.
Okay, so it's the first episode of Best of Both Worlds. That's my favourite episode.
Yeah. I think it might be the first episode of anything ever that I watched that had a cliffhanger. Wow. Oh no, I'm an idiot.
Oh dear.
Playing that land means we cannot win here. If they have no interaction, and no, they got force anyway, so it's fine. We could not have won anyway. Mega Churv says we're talking about nerd shit. You're playing Persona 5. I would rather talk about Star Trek than fucking Persona 5, but I guess I'm not a dirty millennial weeb. Generation weeb. Okay. That went horribly because I fucked it up. Mega Churv, go sucker fuck. Okay, Boomer. I'm only 21, Panzer. You're the boomer here, buddy. And by boomer, I mean like the big fat rocket enemies from Gears of War. Vince, you're a weeb. But I'm not, Padders. I'm literally not. I'm offended. Mortally wounded. Do we want to do any combo switcheroos?
I don't think so.
So, Fungaroo, are you talking about, like, so every single... Oh, no, I'm with the spell piercing. Oh, Vince, you fucking moron. I'm so distracted by Star Trek. It's unreal. Are you talking about, like, every episode of every series of Star Trek does a alternative universe episode where they meet the evil versions of the Star Trek crew, which started in the original series. I think the episode might have even been called, like, Through a Mirror Darkly or whatever. Like, it might have referenced... What's the evil universe episode called? Evil Universe episode original series. What is it called? Oh, it's just called Mirror Universe. That's not as elaborate as I thought it was. Oh no, the Mirror Universe is a parallel universe in which the plots of several Star Trek television episodes take place. Yes. The episode for the original series is called Mirror Mirror. Okay.
Right.
So it's not quite as literary reference as I thought. It's just referencing Snow White, but whatever. Okay,
well, that's not even because the Snow White quote is magic mirror.
Oh, is that one of those? What's the
Mandela effect? Yeah.
Is it Mandela effect though? Like popularly like the whole Luke, I am your father isn't Luke, I am your father. It's like Luke.
Yeah, things that people think happened or have been.
No, that's the Mandela effect. Yes, but are these Mandela effects or just general just people misquoting shit? See what I mean?
The Mandela effect sounds cooler.
It does sound cool, but the Mandela effect normally requires you to like be like, I'm sure it was that. When in reality, it's
yeah,
just
I think people say I'm sure that it's
no. But the difference here is that you've just heard people misquote it all your life, right? But the Mandela effect is like when you.
Yeah, but it's even you know. The thing with the Mandela effect is you know that Nelson Mandela is dead.
But no,
But you don't know why.
But okay, so the Mandela effect is named after the fact that people like myself, I also experienced this as well, believed we'd seen a funeral for Nelson Mandela on television when we were younger. And then it turns out we didn't, and we were just misremembering it. But when you just heard a misquote throughout your entire life, like, I don't know, the hyphen in Spider-Man, or the misspelling of Bernstein Bears.
There is a hyphen in Spider-Man.
There is a hyphen in Spider-Man, but there's loads of people. That's one of the examples of Mandela effect. People are like, when I was a child, my Spider-Man books didn't have a hyphen. Like, well, they did. They've always had a hyphen. Like, no, they didn't. And that's the Mandela effect, where people genuinely believe. I'm going to keep this from Risk It. Fuck it. If it's stifled, it's pretty funny. We can't be. There's a hyphen in Spider-Man. Oh no, we've just Mandela affected Naki. Yes, there's a hyphen in Spider-Man.
Yeah, there was a guy I used to work with. He used to take the piss out of. He didn't like comic book movies, so he used to say things like Batman is like as if it was like a surname, and Spider-Man or Superman. And Spider-Man was the only one that he couldn't legitimately do it with.
Fuck off, Modo! We just shuffled away 2 Cabal Threats into a fucking another one. Fuck me, fuck. We're 2-2 combo, but this round is going horribly because we're talking about Mandela effects, Spider-Man, Star Trek, and alternative universes. So do you have any Mandela effects you've ever experienced, Rob?
Ooh.
Patrick Batman, shut up, ape.
I don't think so.
Huh.
If I have, it's not stuck with me.
Put on top, put on top, put on top. Say shuffle library, no. Draw the ancient tomb, play it, get dazed. We've got a second orb. We can afford this.
Yeah. Oh, I know we should play the basalt. Oh, that's
because we don't have the mana this turn. Okay, fun thing actually. Abe mentions Patrick Batman. Let's talk about that for a second, right? Patrick Bateman was played by Christian Bale. Okay.
Yep.
Who then later on went to play Batman, which isn't that unusual or weird. Oh, Wasteland. But it's cool. And then obviously Jared Leto has played the Joker, but also played Paul Allen. This is the bit that gets complicated in the film.
Correct.
So
Well done.
However, in the book of American Psycho, there is no Paul Allen character.
Correct.
There's a Paul Owen character.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is, apparently, there is a gentleman out there who was offended that his name was in the original book. So Paul Owen is a real banker from Wall Street who was upset, so tried to sue or defamation or whatever. And then they had to change his name for the film. Which is then confusing, because in the book, Patrick... And the film, Patrick Bateman struggles with remembering people's names because they all look the fucking same and sound the same.
Yeah, and other people mix up him from being other.
Yeah, so... Yeah,
I love it. It's a real life, moment. It's a point in the book that everybody is the same, and yet in real life it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's really funny. I love that.
Life imitates art, imitates life, imitates art. Okay, that's a good draw.
That is a good draw. And we've got Force of Will here, so we might have won. If they don't have Pierce plus days or some shit.
Well, we got the days, man. Woo! Da-da-da. Stifle. Nope. Alright, cool.
Right, let's do some milling. They're gonna surgical my Narc amoebas, at which point we just mill ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah, just keep doing it, yeah.
Because if we force this, they might have a stifle or something later.
Mm-hmm.
If they start with the Emrakul trigger, we can go for the second Emrakul.
Oh yeah, we wait for the Emrakul to resolve, and then the surgical resolve?
Correct.
Is that right? And then it removes the target.
So this deck is actually very resilient against surgical.
Thanks to the Emrakul.
See, this is the reason we don't want to play some paper, because surely this is a pain in the ass to...
Well, no, because you don't sit a tap in your monolith. You just flip the top of your card library over.
Oh, okay.
So we let that one resolve.
Yes.
So I'm going to hold control and press yes. Then I'm going to hold W and press the monolith. Wow, this is the most dexterous I've ever been playing a combo modo. Should have responded to untap? I think so, yes. And then we would have been forced to force. There's at least there's one more alchemy in our deck that we're trying to find here.
Yeah.
And then the Emrakul.
Well, we need to win. We need to hit the Emrakul because we need to mill the other Narco to get the Narco out for free.
Okay, they've scooped. They've realised that they can't beat us through the surgical that way.
Cool.
So, Marcus Hyrule, interesting point. The initial loop cannot be demonstrated in a way that would make your opponent scoop, because in theory, you could mill yourself. Oh no, got one more game to win yet, Ape. You can mill yourself and never hit the combination of cards until the end of the universe, till the heat death, till our planet burns, which is probably quite soon actually, probably only another dozen or so decades at the most. But Sir Conrad may never get into play because you could always just hit the Emrakul before you hit Narcomoebas. In theory,
yeah.
Once
so you
Sir
can
Conrad is in play, then we
get
have
disqualified for slow play, right?
For that point, yeah, because you're not progressing the board state. However, once he's in play, you have a deterministic loop because you're always going to hit an Emrakul every time you do the loop. So, is California still burning? Fuck.
Yeah, it's still on fire.
That is fucking mad.
So, how long...
Are we bringing in Grindstone or Painter Servant or Emrakul or any of that shit?
What are they? They're not going to have...
Are Delver.
They got Surgical, but we can play around that. Have they got... They're not going to rest in pieces, are they? Because they're not Jeskai.
No, they might have like ancient grudges and shit.
So there's no argument for the show and tell over the Mesmer thing.
I mean, we don't have to trim the whole combo if we're not bringing in the Painter Servant one. If they surgical Emrakul, it hurts. No, because we've got two Emrakuls alpha, so you just keep milling and hit the second alpha Emrakul. It's pretty interesting. Abe said trim NN, the majors, and the LDV. I don't even know what LDV or NN are. Oh, Lindor's Vault. What's NN? I don't know what the fuck he's referring to.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Trim Ponder and maybe one orb. So we'll go down on that combo, up on this combo, keep our forces. Do you know what? I'd rather cut a Conrad than one of these combo pieces. Oh, a typo of on. I could have spent my entire time trying to figure out what you're trying to advise. All the shit with California and rolling blackouts made me read The Smartest Guys in the Room again, which made me depressed because I'm pretty sure a lot of big companies are doing the same shit all over again. I'm not aware of what the big Smartest Guys in the Room again is. Smartest Guys in the Room is, but I'm assuming it's something to do with global warming, obviously.
Another one.
It's basically.
I kind of want to keep it.
It's basically a 6 because the Dread Return is a dead card in hand.
Yeah. But
So the Pond and the Therapy are very good, and the Force is okay.
Yeah,
the Narco's bad, and the Dread Return's bad. So surely there's better. Also, they have...
it's a really better 6.
Yeah, because if they have Wasteland, we have no mana. I think we have to.
Okay.
Because of Wasteland primarily more so than anything else. We have no combos. We're not proactive, and we're soft to Wasteland.
Sure.
This has a combo.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, we need one land though.
We do.
Oh no.
I think so. Put the Narco down. Pray that we draw something.
I'm gonna put the Emrakul in the bottom if we keep this. Oh, I wish this was a brainstorm. Oh no, I wish this was a brainstorm. Oh no, a ponder so badly.
Okay, Jed, do we mull the second hand or do we keep it?
Geed says the last time. I don't know what that means.
I think that's greed.
Risky for the business, says Hyrule. Keeping your one lander. We're almost 3-2. Almost 3-2. We can cast the Narco if we draw another land. We can't. We'll never cast. Oh, the Emerald's part of a combo. Actually, no, we'll keep it. Okay. Narco to the bottom.
Oh god, this is one of these hands that I tell you to keep it and we get fucked.
Thank you for the sub. Just a bit gonzo. So I can read names. 12 new subs today. Thanks, kids. Hope you're enjoying us talking about weird sci-fi shit. So, oh wow, we're just so fucking good at this game. So good, so damn good. Right, I'm gonna get stifled because I'm gonna go get a swamp. I'm gonna therapy them. No wasteland. Okay, they didn't play a turn 1 Delver. This means they got Spell Pierce in hand, right? That's what that means, right?
I can't think of another thing they would have. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, Arcanist.
Yeah, but we don't give a shit about Arcanist. It doesn't do anything.
Okay, so what...
Unless they go Arcanist, Thoughtseizes us, attack, Thoughtseizes, but that's a turn later.
Yeah. Thoughtseizes?
So is it Thoughtseize?
No, they're Thoughtseizes.
We don't even think they're Black Death over, but I don't think we've seen a Black land yet. So it's Force Will or Pierce, right? Force Will.
So the Force Will. Force Will is what we need.
Another one.
Because I guess we can Pierce. We can play through a Spell Pierce, can't we?
Yeah.
And if we know there's a Pierce in there.
Yeah, we can play around it. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. Thank you, Jack.
A Braid.
Wow.
A Braid. Double Wasteland Surgical. Ooh.
Okay, you're right about the artifact destruction.
Okay, so how do we play around that?
Okay, so double wasteland.
We have to pierce the Abrade.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So now we have to draw a third land. Our one lander is getting. This was
dicier
rough.
And dicier.
Or we draw a second.
And that third land needs to be our only other basic.
No, because we can. If it's a soul land, we play the orb, lowering them into the Abrade, and then we pierce the Abrade. However. No, they can't. They can't pump the Arcanist. I'm assuming. Okay.
Stress.
So, Mountain and Arcanist done. We've got to play through a Surgical as well. Brainstorm.
Okay, Brainstorm. Cool.
Keeping a one lander against Delver feels dicey. Okay, Emrakul on top. Emrakul on top. We can now force the Abrade.
Yes.
Sticking the Mesmerical. We can untap a Basalt Monolith, but we can't begin milling until we can deal with the Surgical, so we have to keep Spell Pierce up.
No, we can mill through the Surgical.
No, because what happens is when we activate the untap clause, they're Surgical.
Ah.
So we have to then not do anything, pass back to them, hope they don't draw another Abrade or a Snapcaster or whatever. Yeah, so we've got this. We've got this. We've got this. They haven't played the Wastelands, so we know they've got 5 cards in hand, and we know... Oh, they're casting multiple Brainstorms. We have no idea what's in their hand anymore.
I imagine they're putting at least one of those Wastelands back.
So, Dark Ballistic, you are correct. You're saying we should have bottomed the Emrakul. With hindsight, we should have bottomed the Emrakul. However, bottoming the Emrakul meant that if we drew Show and Tell, that our hand was just as bad. So I think bottoming the Narco had a higher upside. Much higher upside. The Enter the Graveyard trigger happens to the Monolith untapped, though. Oh, it does! Because the... Oh, actually, yeah. I think we can mill through it, Rob. Because it has to untap to put the Narco in the bin. So what we really don't want to happen, Rob, is we cast this and it mills a Narco on the turn that we untap on. That would be awful. That would be so bad. Okay, so they have 6 cards in hand. They're going to have kept the Abrade.
Abrade, probably a Wasteland.
Right.
A load
Let's hope they don't have anything to counter our Force of Will with. So I'm guessing they're going to not Abrade here and they're going to untap and try and have some more permission to fight back with the Abrade. Nope, they're going to go for it. So they can only have Force here or Daze. We're going to go Force this with the Brainstorm. Because then if we draw a Soul Land, which we're not drawing next turn, we can play Spell Pierce and the Basalt Monolith on the same turn. Our next draw is Emrakul. We're getting rid of the Abrade.
Are they playing like I play, which is making us have it? And
they're just good enough to find the Force of Will. Okay, we are in a bad spot. I think we play about as tightly as we can, considering we kept the one lander. Perhaps Oh yeah, we mill Emrakul. That's pretty good. Perhaps we should not have kept the one lander. That's the big decision point. But apart from that, since then, I think we've played pretty tightly. Honestly, chat can tell me if they think we could have done anything differently there. I don't think we could have done. I guess we could have pitched the Force of Will to Brainstorm. That's why Legacy's so intricate and interesting because there's so many decision trees and shit.
Yeah. Ugh, Arcanist Brainstorm. Ugh.
Yeah. Should probably play it slow and Brainstorm instead of playing the Orb there. But the Brainstorm didn't do a whole lot because we knew there's an Emrakul on top of our library, so we're actually only finding 2 new cards.
Yeah, we couldn't exactly shuffle.
They will now... No, oh, someone in chat was saying that we're gonna mill the Emrakul, missing the whole debacle of losing the Orb. Okay, this is fine. All we need to do now is draw Show and Tell. We're very dead, are we? 116. They've got a 1 damage clock, and we've got Show and Tell in our deck, which they're gonna know about now because they can see our deck here. So next time they can surgical our Brainstorms or our Force of Wills, I guess. We're still in this. They haven't got much of a clock. If they untap and play a Pyro or play a Goyf or some shit, then we're in trouble. So we have to top deck both a land in our 18 land deck and a Show and Tell. All this without our Brainstorms, because we're about to lose our Brainstorms to this Arcanist, I believe. That's a Pyro, which is going to increase the clock significantly, because they're going to... Oh, and a Delver.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Surgical Brainstorm, I assume?
Physical Force.
Force of Will. Okay, that suggests they've got more permission in hand. That JB Storm, seeing the silver lining. Surgical Brainstorm thins deck to Show and Tell at least. You are completely right. Piercing? I don't know. I think our piercing is going to be high value later, but maybe that was correct. Kind of MTG. Got a point. Okay.
Well, there's your Show and Tell.
Right. I wish I'd fetched... I know, if we'd fetched Underground Sea, we would have lost the game. Because they had Force of Wills. Wasteland, sorry, that they've now shuffled away. One time no Flipperino? No, okay.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. This is 7. This is 7 damage here. Which takes us to 8. Then we Show and Tell.
So even if you play it in Emrakul, they just cut from the crackback, right?
No, because we can block one of the creatures with the Emrakul in play. Oh no, we're still dead because they make a Pyro there. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we can block the Pyro. 1, 4. Oh, we can block the Delver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we can survive. Also, they're on 14 life, so if the Emrakul lands, they have to block their Delver, which probably means they can still win. But let's just play it out. We also have to hit a land here, Rob. If we don't hit a land, none of these calculations matter. Chat, put your fucking hands in the air, because we've got to draw a land. Come on! Oh, no! It's another Show and Tell! Oh, I wish I was good at drawing these combo bits when I actually had lands.
Ancient Tomb would be embarrassing.
Team would have been embarrassing, yeah. Even a fetch land would have been pretty bad, to be honest. Oh. Thinning for Show and Tell successful. Oh, fuck. You are not wrong.
Truth.
You are not wrong. Oh, fuck.
Oh, my days.
Well, we went 2-3, which is better than what most people would expect with this deck, because this deck, it's a lol-what deck. It's a deck that's a glass cannon that you play for lols, and I wouldn't recommend anyone building this specifically to play in Legacy events. It's not a good idea. But 2-3, I'll take that. I'll take that. We got some people. We got some people with both combo. We never paint a servant with anyone, though. Death and Taxes League now. I would if it wasn't 9:30 in the evening, and I've already been working all day as it is. I've got this bad habit, Rob, of like sitting down at like 9, 10 in the morning, starting doing work, and then on a Monday, well, what I need to do is start work later on a Monday because I'm shouting so loudly at this time of night anyway. Otherwise, I just feel like fucking run down at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. Yeah, I mean, I clocked off 4 hours ago. Like...
Yeah, no, I didn't. Oh no, I played. Oh, that's not true. I played 1 game of League of Legends when Steph was on a conference call when she got home from work. So I did have a break, and I won. I won a game. Fuck. Also, I played some Minecraft earlier for the first time in 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd filmed it because it was a comedy of errors. I had no idea what was going on. I was trying to dig a hole in this hillside that started raining. Then a zombie attacked me. I was like, it can't swim, right? So I pushed it in the water. It just floats to the top, comes back. I'm like, fuck! I've got no weapons. So I don't know how to craft weapons, Rob. And then I stack up some bricks to like break up the hole, and then it falls through from the roof into the thing. So I'm in this pit with it. I'm like, fuck! And then I kill it, and I think I'm poisoned because a green bar shows at the bottom of the screen. Turns out that's XP. You can get XP in Minecraft now. Didn't know that.
It's been a very long time since you played Minecraft.
Yes, I played it before at the end of boss, and that shit was a thing. Like I think it was beta when I bought it. So old that I couldn't get into my old account. So, for all of you that don't know, there is a Minecraft server being set up for my Discord. I ordered the server today, and it's going to be a server where people can collaborate from the Discord to build, I don't know, a giant statue of my head. Leon and Arbiter?
Bruce, surely.
Yeah, giant Bruce being ridden by me like a valiant steed. Yeah, so if you get involved with the Patreon, even for just $2 a month, you'll be able to get into the Minecraft server, and yeah. That's the plan. But I've got it set up. I just need to now figure out... Guess I need to learn how to play Minecraft. Yeah, me too, buddy. I have no idea. I want to build a little cottage before anyone gets on the server, so that everyone lands in the server, and it's just like a wooden house on the beach, and that's where I've retired to. Kind of like Thanos in Endgame, you know? And there's just me, like simmering some fish on a pan, but... There'll be a giant something won't be your head. Can subs get into Discord? So at the moment, Kentucky-san, no. But it's something that people have asked about before and I've considered. I don't know. Maybe in the new year I might reassess this because I would like to give you all access, but I also don't want to turn my Discord into a shit show. Not that people who sub are a shit show, but my point is there'll be a large influx of users. So I don't know yet. But maybe in the new year I need to reassess these things. Cool. Well, that was fun. That was a really quick league as well. I was expecting it to be at least 3 hours. It took us 2.5 to do. Is that a service provided by someone? No, another content creator who did the same but had a hard time keeping up the back end stuff for the server. So, Funko, I've set up the server. I've got a patron who is super into wanting to do the admin stuff, so I'm going to let them do the admin stuff for the server. Is the plan. That's the plan. Again, need to figure that out. PK, I'm sure you have talked about it already, but what do you think is the cutoff price for mystery set? I think anything over $5 or $6 is packs for me. So this is the thing. I think the set should not be premium priced in any way, shape, or form. I think it should be roughly around the same price as normal packs, or maybe a slight premium. That said, it's not a cut-off price for me, because I really want to draft it. So, at Bologna, I'll probably draft it quite a bit. And maybe another GP early in the new year. But I probably will be ranting and moaning about it being expensive, because this set, for me, is replacing Conspiracy or Battlebond. So it shouldn't be the price point of Ultimate Masters or Horizons. But it is in the same slot in the year as those. But, yeah. It's all about EV and shit, right? But I'm not a huge fan of... I don't really care that much about EV, if that makes sense. I don't know if that sounds privileged or entitled.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, realistically, like, for people who don't have as much money or opportunity, especially, any money that you spend on Magic, you should consider to be money that's gone forever. Like EV is like really shouldn't come into it.
Yeah,
like if you enjoy it, then do it, because otherwise people wouldn't crack packs. Like if people really cared about EV, you wouldn't crack packs. Like,
yeah, and it's different. Okay, so I agree with that statement for the most part. Like people need to remember that the majority of hobbies you don't get your money back from.
Yeah,
right. Like I always compare buying expensive cards to buying like expensive golf clubs. But the cards tend to hold more value than golf clubs do, because golf clubs, I don't think they get a very good secondary market for golf clubs. I guess Warhammer armies, you have a good secondary market. So yeah, I compare it to that sort of stuff. But that said, as a consumer advocate, it is good that our hobby does offer you a way to get your money back, right? That is nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just... To me, again, let's compare it to Chaos Draft, right? It's a Chaos Draft that Wizards can more easily monetize. So we're putting more money in Wizards' pockets. That's a thing. But I guess compared to Chaos Draft, so you pay $25 normally for a Chaos Draft. You get 3 packs. Some of them are older and rarer and hard to get hold of and shit. But like, how often have you played a Chaos Draft, Rob, where you've made your money back?
Never, ever. And I Chaos Draft at every GP that I go to.
I always assume that £25 or whatever it is I'm putting into a Chaos Draft will not make me money back.
Yeah.
And we had when Naki donated a load of boosters for us to do a Chaos Draft with the Discord. Well, just for a Chaos Draft, but I did with the Discord, where we raffled off Discord entries at the last GP. That was the one you couldn't make it to, Rob, wasn't it? Was it Chris? Yeah, Chris was there.
Yeah, I missed that one.
God, I've done so many GPs, I forget who's at which one now. Sorry, that's not me being ignorant of you, Rob. It's just fucking...
I know.
Hard to keep up. So yeah, it's me and Chris and a load of other members of Discord. And I don't think anyone there would have made their money back if everyone paid entry. Luckily, we did it for free because people gave me boosters to do it. So it was like a giving back to the community thing. But, yeah, I just don't think anyone would have made their money back there. No one opened anything truly gas. There was I think I'm opening a foil mana confluence maybe, which might be worth money now because a Pioneer I think someone might have opened.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, you're just going to be walking away with, bloody Furnace Imps and shit.
Yeah, and fucking 2/1 flyers for 4 and shit. But, I just moved the wrong thing on my screen. I don't want to move that, I want to move this. There we go. So I wouldn't be, so that's the thing on Mr. Boosters. But, that said, I did that video. I don't know if you've all seen it. I don't know who's seen it and who hasn't. Last Friday, I was going to be putting out gameplay, but I decided to rant and rage and edit up a video about that as well. Because I think the community were unnecessarily, super fucking pessimistic about these boosters for no reason. And it wasn't for no reason. The argument I made in the video, go watch it if you haven't already, I'm pretty proud of it. But the argument I made is that people look for low-hanging fruit or easy criticisms because a lot of people, I guess, either A, don't have much else to add and struggle to critically engage with anything, which you see a lot with the shit end of the YouTube spectrum for Magic. A load of shitlords just dumping drama out.
Yeah, but even if it's just to point out, even if you are not yourself a shitlord, but you can't think of anything else to say, that is a symptom of that. You're looking for low hanging fruit. Not to be an arsehole about it, but just to feel like you've got something to say.
Yeah. And
I think there's a section there of people who are they don't want to be a bastard about it, but they want to feel like they've contributed in some way.
Yeah, it's this. I think that's what's in the video, isn't it? It's that there's a need to be part of the discourse.
Exactly.
And you don't always have to be, I guess. I mean, I feel a need to because it's kind of become my job at this point. And sometimes when these things happen, I roll my eyes and I sigh loudly. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to make a video about X, Y, or Z. Even though sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I just want to play a Legacy League and then put that together and put some jokes in and put that up. So.
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I find it's the same. I feel I feel because of what I do here and my association with you is I kind of a part of me feels compelled to kind of comment on these things, but sometimes I just don't feel like I have anything to add, which is why I don't say anything. If I don't have a take, then I just don't engage, and it doesn't. Yeah, okay, it reflects badly on me because I don't spend enough time thinking about Magic, but.
Well, really.
It doesn't affect my day-to-day life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's badly on me because of a personal Magic brand, I guess. But the only people in this whole stream who care about that is you. So everybody else doesn't need to worry. No, but everybody else doesn't need to worry about that, and you don't have to feel like you're you can be part of the community and not have to weigh in on every issue. I think
exactly
is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly that. But obviously, people feel the need.
Yes, exactly.
But
yeah,
at the same time, this set is not beyond criticism. Wizards are not beyond criticism either. Modern Horizon should not be in premium priced 100%. And what's the other similar? Oh, that's the best examples recently. There's no fucking way they should keep premium pricing everything because it's not helping with reprints, right? And they also need to reprint Fetchlands and to reprint Sought After cards and stop pretending they fucking can't because that's dumb. So they're not beyond criticism, and this set isn't beyond criticism. But the initial reaction was based upon gut feelings and just the quickest joke they could make. And it was just shit. And this is the video that I've had the most people angrily tweet at me or DM me or make shitty comments calling me a prissy little bitch and stuff. And it's just funny.
Oh really?
It's just really really funny. I'm fine with it. I know if I make opinion pieces that are different to the status quo or what those people's opinions are, I'm gonna get that sort of stuff. That's just part and parcel of it. Yeah. Right. I even need some beauty sleep or some time to unwind on a non-Magic related thing. For those of you who have come along, we had I think peak viewership of just over 300, which is incredible. A, for the support that I get, and B, showing that people want to see Legacy and weird old decks and fun card interactions. So someone just asked a moment ago what was my take on SCG dropping Legacy. It may have been a very sensible business decision from them in terms of selling Pioneer cards. That's all I'm going to say on that, because those events were still selling. It's the same reason that And I mean, maybe I'll eat my fucking humble pie in a couple of months' time. Who knows? I don't know this stuff. But the same reason that I assume Channel Fibre will never drop the side events at Legacy at GPs, or even the GP main events, because they still sell out. People still want them. If the demand is there, people will have them there. Pioneer, though, is a good way to sell cards that weren't worth anything or were bought in for very little. That's my take on that. And it makes me sad, but as long as myself and Mangucci and other people are going to keep playing and streaming and making videos about Legacy, the format will not die. As long as people like yourselves keep going to tournaments or playing online or whatever, the format will not die. But I guess we're never going to see a reserve list repealed until Wizards are in serious trouble and want to run that risk or whatever. But there we go. I would always take a look at the old deck whenever you're willing to show it. Way, Talon, way! If you enjoy the stream, thank you for coming along and hanging out. Please hit the follow button above my head because that helps out the stream. Maybe I'll get partner one day and it tells you when I'm live. I go live every single Monday with Rob as my co-host. I normally have at least one other stream during the week as well. Last week it was Friday, the week before it was Thursday. I occasionally stream some variety stuff, a little bit of League of Legends. I stream some Switch stuff. There might be some Pokemon this Friday, depending on how much gameplay I get edited up. If you liked this and you've never seen me before, check me out over on youtube.com/PleasantKenobi, which is where I put up all my YouTube videos, which is all magic, which is modern, legacy, commander, fucking memes, shit shows, shit posts, opinion pieces, all that sort of jazz. Thank you for everyone hanging out. We are now going to raid somebody and share the love. Let's go and have a look. Follow me on Twitter as well. That's a place where I'm also very, very active. Probably too active and spend too much time fucking...
So who's going to be the lucky recipient of your milk?
Who are we going to squirt some lactose into? Who are we going to raid? We could raid Seth and make some beard jokes.
Well, I think we're all up for that, aren't we, chat? I think.
Right,
come on, he raids us, so we should raid him back.
Yeah, he's playing Embercleave Goblins, which sounds pretty cool actually in Pioneer.
Nice.
When we get in there, we need to toot, toot. Please use the toot emote that is available if you are a sub. And you need to say toot, toot, PK's beard is better. Okay? Toot, toot, PK's beard is better. Let's get at least 150 people on this raid. Come on. Right, the raid has started. Come on.
Here we go.
I should do the wrap-ups and the wind-down chats because we lose like 100 viewers. 116, that'll do. Right, chat, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being involved in all our chats around Star Trek and other shit. We'll be back next Monday. You might see us at other times as well. But see you all later.
Catch you later.